Morning. Hey everyone. It's been a hot second, hasn't it? Look. Look. I'm shaved. I'm clean. Morning everyone. Thank you Pineapple. Thank you BS Lights for the tier ones. Oh, it feels like a first day back at work type of vibe. First day back at work. A sandwich. We got pretty good Korean games as well. Go. Thank you, Seppu. Oh, all right. Let's see if I can remember how to do all these things. Thank you, Malarkey. Oh shit. Oh my god. Thank you, Malarkey. Thank you, Unbound. These are flooding through. Thank you, Aegis. Thank you, Sir Lemon.
To another stage.
Another stage. Hold on. Let's get this lighting right. YouTube chat. I think you're with me. I think you're live. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Destroying my sleep schedule to watch Hanbin play JQ.
Yeah, I saw. I was watching a bit of Hunter's stream. I saw there was a bit more Junker Queen than we expected. Thank you, Trooper Gaming, as well.
I was actually the person who got targeted hard because I was at the top right. Everyone goes for the king, and you better.
I can sympathize. I can sympathize.
Head and they didn't. They missed.
Thank you, Dine Viper, as well for the gift to Bine. Oh, all right. So I'm coming in pretty raw, okay? Thank you, Young Beezy, as well. Do you have any scrim leaks? No, not really. I've been a little bit preoccupied, so we're coming in with like with an open mind, a clear heart, and a clear soul. And we're just gonna see what we get. Maybe I always feel when we see Japan and Pacific play that they're not really the best indicators of what's truly meta. I think very much within this part of the world, and maybe even globally, Korea gets to set a lot of a precedent in terms of what is actually meta or what is actually best. So I feel like this is gonna be our first indicator. Let me if I do that one, if I do this one. Hold on, let me sort the clean feed while I'm doing stuff as well. Bang. Alright, now seems to be working. Let's do that. Let's close the chat. Full screen that. Play that. Go to live. Hopefully you guys can hear the background music. And if I do this, maybe you can see the background music. Wait. Come on, guys. It's my first day back. All right. Have I got everything set up? Beautiful. No Korea fantasy. We've diverted course. I'll be able to tell you more soon. So no Korea fantasy for now. But yeah, let me I guess contextualize where we are. Hey YouTube chat. Thank you for gaslighting me. Hey Dispel. Alright, so first day, new patch, new perks, new hero, everything like that. This is what we're kicking off with. I'll copy with zoom out of respect. We're going to see Cheeseburger make their OWCS debut against the new look Zeta division. Thank you, Misfit. Cheers. And then we're going to watch Falcons versus Crazy Raccoon. Crazy Raccoon are lipless. So Spint and Heesang will be playing. Heesang expected to take those hit scan responsibilities. And then we're going to watch T1 against Mer Gaming. Mer Gaming also making their debut. But if I show you this, we can look at the rosters. We'll do a sort of like a mini power rankings thing. I've not got the spreadsheet. But Mir Gaming are the players you're probably gonna. We'll go through all of them. Just to keep everyone. I don't know how. Maybe I'll cut this into like a power ranking style video, but we'll skim over everyone just to look for roster changes. Obviously, hopefully my pen's working. Based. Fuck me. I've not said based like this entire month. and then as soon as I turn the stream on, within minutes. What's that about? So yeah, Crazy Raccoon, singles change, Spint coming in. Expect Spint to be very much a bit part player long term, but for these first 2 weeks, he is going to be the main man. So a huge opportunity for Spint. A player that we've seen, really only seen play a little bit of flex DPS, maybe a couple of pop-off plays on Genji on some of the smaller OWCS teams. So this is an insane opportunity, right? I'm not sure if Spint is going to cut the mustard, really, but you know, this is like, what would you call it? This is like the dream opportunity, right? If you're a player on this sort of one of these small OWCS teams stuck at the bottom, scrapping for your life, and then all of a sudden you get the call, you answer the phone, and Moon is on the other line saying, "We need you to replace Lip." That's the dream, right? So I'm actually rooting for Spin. I'm rooting for Spin because I think it's a beautiful story if it pays off. And there's the realistic version where maybe he's just not up to scratch when they play these other elite teams, and we'll see that today against Falcons. You know, like, good news, mate, you're playing for Crazy Raccoon. You're going to get your debut today. Bad news is against Proper. Thank you, HSQC5871.
Red heart emoji.
Yeah, we'll be back. Hunter's had like a week warm-up. He's been doing it every day, so he's going to have to carry me this first day. So yeah, so Crazy Raccoon, other than that, it's all the same people we expect to see. Still very much expected to be one of the top teams, despite their performances at the Esports World Cup. T1, on the other hand, well, I say on the other hand, pretty similar hand, really. Not too many changes. They've added Jasmine. This move, I don't super get. You know, maybe Jasmine's got more of a diva, more of a ram. Is there any other hero you pick Jasmine over Donghak on? Probably not. I feel like Donghak is a vital part of T1's success as well. My understanding is he's quite vocal within the team too, so I don't really expect we'll see too much Jasmine. But we'll wait and see. I don't expect too much of Jasmine though. It's a bit of a weird signing for T1. You know when Zeta Division signed Farmer last stage, and it was kind of like, there's a couple of heroes you can see him playing on, but ultimately the main tank player is just too good that you're actually better off playing, even if it's not meta, a slightly worse composition with your all-star tank than you are playing the exact meta with a player not on the same level. I will say Jasmine is much better than Farmer, so I don't want to, it's not an exact comparison, but I do worry Jasmine's going to be in that sort of backseat position.
How are we doing this morning?
Morning, Musket. Good, thank you. Good. Way is very much just the AG.AL, AGG, old Way. They spelt it differently, a rebrand. But a lot of the same players. Taejong has been added to this as well. Again, a lot of the signings, a lot of the moves that have happened in Korea, I all feel they sit in this sort of broad category of, like, lots of these teams are just added players. So in theory, they have more depth, but I'm very skeptical how much we'll actually see Taejong play. I thought Sunjin had a great stage in stage 2. But I don't know where Taejong really fits in here. Obviously, you can make double flex DPS argument, sure, stuff like that. But in reality, I feel like I would still expect Sunjin to be starting the majority of these games, if not at least all the important maps as well. Obviously, one thing they can do if they run double flex DPS, if they run this pair of DPS, is if you remember back when Sunjin was having his American adventures back towards the earlier parts of his career, he was playing a lot of hit scan for teams like Timeless as well. So it's possible they could run double flex DPS, but Sunjin can still fill in on hit scan when they need such a swap or something like that. Zeta Division, probably the only major team that have made major changes in the Korea region. Thank you, San.
Bro is alive.
Still living. So they've made quite a lot of changes. Mag comes in to join Bernard, and this very much feels like it's like a classic tank lineup, right? We have the Winston guy, we have the Diva guy. Bernard will take. Thank you, Mayrise. We'll have Bernard filling a lot of the ground tank roles, and then Mag can be the Winston, the ball guy, whenever they need that. Again, I suspect there's some parallels here to the Jasmine signing of T1, where I still expect Bernard to play 90% of the games, unless it's a super hard Winston meta or something like that. Thank you, Mayrise. Thank you, Red Eyes. Getting up there, aren't we now? Yeah, the big one is obviously, I think, Probe coming in to replace Flora. Flora has been on this team so long. It feels like he's been a core part of it, but swapping to Probe, I actually really like this one. I know Probe maybe isn't the biggest name when you start throwing around like Proud, Lip, Merit, all this type of stuff. But I actually thought Probe had a really good stage too. He's been around for a while, but I think this is actually a really great chance for Probe. So that part of the signing I'm actually really happy on. Obviously, Alpha E has been freed from main support duties and will be playing Flex DPS again. Obviously, maybe if they need to run like an Anakiri or something, maybe Alpha E, they can still use him in some of those positions. But the main person taking over these main support duties will, of course, be Bliss, which makes it a thin Bliss backline. And I'm concerned. I'm concerned about this backline. If I'm being frank, Finn and Bliss, I worry. You know, Zeta Division again. I think they'll be fine against all these bottom of OWCS teams, etc., etc. But when I start comparing this to Shu and Chirong, to Skewed and Vigilante, even to Lisu, Min and Maka, and where are Falcons, to Chiu and Filder, these guys are not on the same level. So I feel like we need to see something from Finn and Bliss that we've maybe not really seen before in for them to actually close the distance in any meaningful way with these top teams. Thank you, High Sniper. I don't think High's retiring, just doesn't have a team. Thank you, C-Word, as well. And we'll do Falcons. Thanks for the flats, Yippee. We'll do Falcons as well, because Falcons haven't made any changes. The big news for Falcons is that there's no Stalker's not even been registered. Not even registered. He's on an SEL roster? Yeah. Yeah, and that kind of lines up with what I thought then. So yeah, Falcons, no changes. Stalker is just not even registered on the team. So I know, I can't remember the exact details, but I know Illusion talked a bunch on his stream, and there was a translation on Reddit that talks about it. I know lots of people... Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Steve. Hold on, I've got a message. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I don't know. Lots of people were saying Stalker's being held hostage, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not convinced. It's not really hostage, is it? You know, he signed a contract. Right? If you sign a contract and say, I'm going to do something this for 2 years, and then partway through that 2 years, you decide not to, you kind of signed the contract, right? So if I'm Falcons, am I going to let one of the best players in the world go to a rival team for free? Or am I going to charge money for that? I'm going to charge some money for that. And realistically, at this point in Overwatch's lifespan, I don't think anyone's really paying buyouts. Maybe there's a couple of exceptions, but I think the vast majority of teams don't have the cash to pay a buyout. So in reality, if no one's going to be willing to buy out Stalker, then Falcons, I think, are actually well within their right to just say, well, if no one's going to buy you, you're stuck here. Thank you, Chrissy. Morning, mate. So, yeah. So, it's a shame, obviously. Like, I understand and agree with the sentiment, actually. Now, it's a shame that one of the best players in the world isn't going to feature in Stage 3. And that's a shame, but I don't know what you can do about that, really. All right, should we hit the bottom of OWCS? As maybe to round out the Falcons for is... I don't know how exactly high to rate them. Obviously, the meta was quite suitable for them at the Esports World Cup in the end, by the time we got to that sort of ground tank. Thank you, Juby. By the time we got to those ground tanks, obviously that's when Chio, Fielder, and this sort of Falcons core always shine. Someone was able to play a lot of Ramatra, one of his stronger heroes, and then Merit and Proper just, as they always do, they turn up when the stakes are high, when the lights are brightest, when it matters the most. So how well will they do in this stage? I don't know. Everything's going to shift massively in terms of meta and everything like that. So I think there's still a few questions to answer. But as always, Falcons not being at the top would be a crazy shock. Crazy shock. So I don't know if I'd make them favourites. It maybe depends a little bit where the meta settles. But yeah, if you're a Falcons fan, they're back. We'll hit some of the other teams as well, and this is where everything's going to get a little bit more less familiar. Thank you, Criminal Annihilation.
Man. Stage 3 hype. Do you think Falcons are gonna 3-0 sell without lip? Also, I'm happy.
No. We'll get to the rankings in a second. Let me just cover the rest of the rosters quickly, and then we can start sort of slotting them into places. So, Onside Gaming are probably the most well-known of these teams outside the Big Five. The Big Five sounds so... that's just more than half the league. But Onside Gaming, Kilo, Addo, Knife, obviously coming over from Team Liquid. Attack, Kellen relinking again the old NRG tank line. Hold on, let me turn my Korean friends down. So, yeah, Attack and Kellen reuniting. Kellen obviously coming over from SSG. Irony and Opener. Very similar to Zeta Division. I like lots of the parts of this team. I'm excited to see Knife get a more meaningful role where he can maybe play some more of his strengths as well. Similarly, Attack and Kellen fill the same roles as Bernard Mag, right? They have all the tanks covered between them. Opener Irony, I look at this backline. That's the part of this roster I worry about. I think what often happens in Korea is there's lots of good tank players, there's lots of good DPS players, and what really separates the top cut from the rest is very much the backlines. And I think that's the problem Zeta Division are going to have. I think that's the same problem Onside Gaming are going to have. Thank you, Wafobos.
Hi blowjob lips, I am so hyped for Lemia TBH.
Thank you, sis, as well.
See Kevinster person on VP and the Thinker being back into competitive owl.
It's good. We've only got a week to wait as well. A week to wait. Thank you, sis, too.
Cheeseburger sweep hashtag 1bite and win hashtag McDonald worker.
Perfect. Old Ocean successfully made their way through the promotion relegation again. Few familiar faces here. Obviously, we all love Dart. My pen's gotten too big. Becky, I know, has a core of fans. Heiser, I think, is actually one of the most exciting tanks. So I think Old Ocean are probably towards the top of the bottom. Maybe sort of like a sort of 6th place finish is on the cards for them. Jae-Hong and Kiviz seem to have actually formed a pretty solid backline through all of it. So Old Ocean, I think, are probably towards the top of the bottom. Filling out the bottom of the bottom is going to be two of our new teams as well, Mer Gaming and Cheeseburger. So some of these players I'm going to be less familiar with. The names that probably stand out to you and to me as well on Mer Gaming are Ruler and MCD. MCD is back. So I'm excited. Excited, honestly. Excited is maybe too strong a word. But Mer Gaming, I do expect him to be around the bottom here. I think MCD, obviously, we can do the experience route here. MCD, they've got an old head. They have a player with all the experience in the backline. But unless any of these players have really breakout performances, I can't see Mer Gaming do anything that meaningful. I've not been impressed with Ruler as a tank in his previous outings in OWCS. I don't see any reason that's going to change here. What I think you're really... The optimist here, the optimist take, I think if you're looking at some of these bottom OWCS teams in Korea, is you're looking for breakout players. You know, the chances that the whole team can overperform is probably pretty slim. But is there a couple of breakout players? You know, Floss, Azant, Kane, players I've not seen a lot of before. Is there someone here who can stand out amongst the rest? And then let me scroll a little for you so you can see the full lineup. But Cheeseburger will be rounding it out. This one actually feels low in terms of power ranking, but has more familiar faces. Sunghan, some people will recognize from Pacific. Farmer obviously was on Zeta Division last stage. Not that we saw him all that much. Dodo has had some breakout performances on Genji. Zessin as well has had some Pacific adventures. Argon as well rounds us out, so they have the free DPS setup if they need it. And then Wuchan and Faith rounding out the backline here. So Faith is probably the big name here. The problem is, quite often, if your best player is your main support, this could be an issue. So, I mean, it's nice to see Faith play again after the TU misadventures, and obviously he went to assistant coach for TU for Stage 2 as well. So nice to see him back playing again. But unfortunately, I think Faith has got an almighty task ahead of him here with Cheeseburger. Very much expect Cheeseburger and Mer Gaming to be scrapping it out at the bottom. How are we doing for time? We've got about 15 minutes. So let's put some rankings on this, right? We'll start in the easy place. So Cheeseburger, Mer Gaming, Cheeseburger, Mer Gaming. I think Mer Gaming, I'm just not convinced. It has to be a great number sum of their parts thing. So maybe I can give a Cheeseburger 8. A Cheeseburger 8. Yeah, Cheeseburger actually going to kick us off against Zeta Division. Obviously, now I've ranked them 8th. What normally happens is they'll probably beat Zeta Division now. My power rankings will be immediately flawed. So, yeah, Cheeseburger in 8th. That seems quite reasonable. Old Ocean versus Onside. I think on paper, like if you were to ask me what team would I rather sign out of Onside Gaming and Old Ocean, I'd pick Onside Gaming. But Old Ocean do have a tendency to keep, what's the word? Define expectations, overperforming, everything like that. So I think actually this is going to be a really 50-50. Yeah, aura's the word. Thank you, Cosmini. So yeah, this feels pretty 50-50 in terms of it, but I actually think Kellen Knife, obviously I'm making all of these predictions without the meta. While Heiser I think is a standout player, Dart and Alien we've seen cool moments as well. I think Jaehong is really fine for the level of team this is as well, as much as we'll make the old man jokes. But no, I'm gonna stick with, I'm just gonna go off roster strength, and I'm gonna put Onside Gaming here up in 6th. And then we get to the Big 5. The first part of the Big 5 is really easy. Oh, is it? Oh, it's between Way and Zeta Division, right? I think you can probably split this top 5 into Crazy Raccoon, T1, and Falcons. These are our top 3. And then Way and Zeta Division are scrapping it out for the 4th and 5th. Obviously, remember, in terms of teams that will be going to Stockholm, there's... Is it 2 spots? Wait, 2 spots? Am I crazy? Am I stupid? It's possible I'm both. Thank you, Into Tiny Flames. We've got a 6. Have we got a 7? Is it 3? Yeah, which... Oh, it's China who doesn't get one. Sorry, yeah, it's China that doesn't get a 3rd spot, isn't it? That's what I was muddling up China and Korea in terms of the spots. So yeah, so China get 2 spots. Pacific Japan will fight it out for that final spot. Korea get the full 3 as the highest finishing team at the Esports World Cup. There we go. I've caught myself up. So, yeah, so 3 spots, that is what we're fighting for. And I think if the teams in contention are Way and Zeta Division to steal one of those spots. So, in terms of where I put them up, again, I am worried about this Zeta Division backline. I'm really worried. But I feel like Probe's actually going to be a really good signing for them. Way, the fluctuations, they definitely seem to be fluctuating down. So I think these guys are 5th, Zeta Division are 4th. Now, obviously, still continues the Zeta Division trend of just missing out on qualifying for the major as well. So everything is right in the world. Crazy Raccoon, T1, and Falcons. This is where it gets really messy, right? Because I think all of these teams, they all have the talent. They're all good enough to win it. A lot of it will come down to form. A lot of it will come down to what meta we end up by then. Yeah, we've got a long way to go before we actually get to whatever the final meta will be once it comes to playoffs and the important games that matter. You know, if I scroll down, we're going to have a regular season. We're going to have a last chance qualifier. And then we're going to actually have the actual playoffs as well. So there's plenty of time for everything to change. So it just has to be a little bit vibe based. So, this is where I've got to put my money where my mouth is and project into the future and try and use my power of foresight. So, Crazy Raccoon are going to start slow. No lip. Understandable, right? Oh yeah, you're right, sis. Sorry, there's a the Asia thing as well. So yeah, there's loads of Overwatch still to happen in Korea before we get to qualification. But what I think is Crazy Raccoon, they're going to start slow. But then when Lip returns after 2 weeks, right? And because there's so many stages, Lip, by the time we get to playoffs and the important games, Lip's going to have been playing for ages again, right? So I'm trusting in the break. I'm trusting in the break process. So I actually think, I'm trying to think which way it'll go. I think it'll be something like this. I'm going to put Crazy Raccoon first. I think Crazy Raccoon, Lip returning, maybe it's his final tournament, everything's sort of lining up. I don't know. I feel like it's all going to come together for Crazy Raccoon. Also, you know what happened to Crazy Raccoon at the Esports World Cup? The vibe I get from stuff Moon has said, stuff of some of the players have said that have been translated on Twitter and streams and stuff, is... this was like their most embarrassing loss yet, or their most upsetting loss yet. They seemed absolutely livid that they lost to Twisted Minds. So what happens when you wind up a good team, when they face adversity, you get the bounce back. So I'm predicting the Crazy Raccoon bounce back. And then for T1 and Falcons, honestly, I think it's really meta dependent, which is, I guess, kind of true of all of these rankings. But so depending which way it leans, it can go either way. But again, I've just stake theory. I think T1 in third, Falcons in second. Oh, I've hidden the Cheeseburger from you. But Cheeseburger at 8th there. You can probably figure it out from a missing number. But yeah, I think this is what I'm going for. The Crazy Raccoon bounce back, which in many ways isn't the hottest take in all of the world. But yeah, I think Crazy Raccoon bounce back. Again, they'll start slow. You know, real chance they lose today. I actually, you know, without Lip, I think you have to make Falcons favourites for today's game. But in terms of who's going to qualify for Stockholm, what order they're going to qualify in, I think Crazy Raccoon will eventually come out on top. And then T1 Falcons, this just, yeah, honestly, it really just comes down to stake theory. I think pressure on, Falcons will seal the deal, T1 will look nervous. And again, if I'm way or on Zeta Division and I'm really targeting that third place spot to get myself to the major, I'm more convinced I would rather be playing T1 in that crucial game, right? Like, let's say it comes down to Crazy Raccoon in the final or something, and you have to play like a lower bracket match or however the format works. I forget the specifics, but you have to play one match to qualify yourself for Stockholm. If I'm way or I'm Zeta Division, I would so much rather play T1 and Falcons, right? I would rather play T1 than Falcons, because I just feel like T1, we asked the question at the Esports World Cup that T1 had all the talent and the ability to win that tournament. But when it came to it, I don't think we saw the best of them at all. I don't think T1 will be particularly happy with their performance. You know, their finish is like top 4, right? Fine, sure. You know, they lost the third place match. You can always have to put a bit of a caveat next to third place matches. So it's not the worst result, but I think their level of performance wasn't what I was expecting from T1. So I think I would imagine they are disappointed in that side of things. I don't think Jasmine really changes the strength of their roster in any meaningful way. So I worry T1 are gonna, you know, they have to do it when it matters. And so far, when it came to Korea playoffs at the end, we saw them fail to Crazy Raccoon at the end of Stage 2. When we went to the Esports World Cup, we saw them fail to do it as well. So I feel like T1 are maybe now starting to get the opposite of a reputation that Falcons and Crazy Raccoon have of always turning up when it matters. They're a team who stop turning up when it matters. Again, all relative, right? They're still the third best team. They still have the talent to win this tournament, to win the region. But yeah, those are the predictions. Lock it in. And we'll go with that. All right. So how long do you think until one of these gets proven wrong? How long? 5 minutes? Week 1. And I will say, you know, there is the caveat. Like, I think Falcons will beat Crazy Raccoon today, okay? Falcons will beat Crazy Raccoon today, but I don't think that the Crazy Raccoon, it's a slingshot-based trajectory that I'm predicting for them. All right, let me just catch up on these messages. I've also got a bit of a sandwich to eat as well. Hold on. Stalker's been recruited by the undesirables. Oh, I've got a friend request. A friend of GB? Alright, I'll bite. Who? I've just, Narina. Hey, Drinny. Can we get a hello going for Drinny? I saw that in Hunter's chat the other day and I thought it's actually very wholesome. Hold on. I just need to respond to a few messages and then we'll lock in for the game because I imagine we're getting very close to stage 3 kicking off, which means I should probably have a bite of my sandwich as well. Sausage sandwich for the sandwich curious. Queen Mirror Riot. Is all the Queen gas coming from Pacific and Japan? Hold on, I need to oh,
Cheeseburger.
Thank you, Munch2. Where did the bid go? I shaved. Honestly, if you saw, if for those of you who saw my video on Twitter yesterday, that was the longest my hair has been in years. Like maybe even, probably at least 5 years. Probably at least 5 years. Probably same with the beard as well. There's this weird irony when you get bald, when the less hair I have, the more often I have to cut my hair. Like when I had long, messy hair, I'd cut my hair like, honestly, once every 6 months. I'd let it get like really take the piss with it. But as I started shaving my head, I just have to shave my head every week. What you saw, let me just line my cam up here. Cool. Not that one. What you saw yesterday was like the result of not shaving. That was only like 2 weeks or something, maybe. Hey Gandalf, you all good? Alright, what are we doing? We're still on a countdown, everyone's gonna walk out and stuff. A tough 2 weeks? It's been a busy 2 weeks. How many subs to grow your hair out? Not worth it. I mean, one thing, I don't know how many people we have here who are either bald or balding or one way or another have chosen to just shave their head or have their hair really short. It's actually so much less maintenance. I know I just said I have to cut my hair more often, but the nice thing about having like, I have to cut my hair more often, but I can cut my hair. You know, I cut my hair like an hour ago myself. So like the maintenance is, there's a bit more maintenance in terms of keeping it short, but actually washing, drying, go on. Just imagine for a second how long it takes me to dry my hair. You know, all of that time. I think it's way less. You're right, Zebra, as well. They couldn't handle me with long hair. Yeah, Max is joining. We'll get together when the games actually start. John Cena hair. Thank you for the first time, John Cena hair. It's a sausage, just a sausage sandwich, a bit of mayo. I know it's a bit controversial, mayo on a breakfast sandwich, but mayo is the best condiment. That'll upset people, but you know, somebody has to tell the truth on this. Thank you, Toby. The sausages are actually like a sweet chili sausage, which is, I think, a bit. There's a little bit. You know, I don't mind a bit of spice in the morning, but it's that one. That was probably a little bit unexpected. Do I like spicy mayo? Yeah, I like spicy mayo. Again, not my preference for a breakfast sandwich, but yeah. Aren't I a Man United fan? I am, you know. When I was young, I was a Man United fan. I would get accused of being, you know, a glory supporter because I was from Kent. For those of you who don't know, in the UK, Manchester is not in Kent. They are not near each other. But my dad's side of the family was from Manchester and were Man United fans all of their lives, as were their parents and so forth. So it was in the blood. So got accused of being, you know, plastic fan, fake fan, everything like this. But now nobody can accuse me of being a glory supporter. All these bloody Grimsby fans, though. What a load of glory hunting pricks these Grimsby fans are, eh?
What's good, Baldy?
Thanks, Jake7. Thank you, Ondra, as well. And yes, Jiggleburger. Yeah, essentially just support the team that's winning. Oh, this team's winning. Suddenly I'm a Man City fan. Or suddenly I'm a Liverpool fan.
Long time no see. I missed Preds. YT1 third.
YT1 third. So I think, Crazy Raccoon are going to win because they're going to slingshot back from their poor result at the mid-season championship. And then Falcons versus T1. Simple stake theory. And then for Zeta and Way, I just don't think the roster quality just isn't the same as these other three teams. You doubt Mag? Yeah. I doubt Mag. Happy to go with that one.
How many subs for a video of you shaving your head?
Thank you, Enigma. Oh, we've got the player walkouts here. I actually got, this is such an old man. So it was my birthday while I was away. I got a present. Some of you will know what this is. Some of you won't know what this is. But I don't know what the technical name for it is, but a shaver for my head. This is similar to the type of thing they use. If you ever go to a hairdresser and get your head shaved, they'll use something like this. So I got my own version. So now, honestly, my head is so smooth. Using it was the first... this morning was the first time I used it, so... You know, good present. That's a butt plug, mate. I would not recommend putting it in your ass. It was so easy to use as well. This isn't a paid segment, by the way, but it was so easy to use. Thank you, Reformed Verif. Welcome back. My birthday was on the 16th. It was okay. I'm not blown away by this.
Hello.
Oh my god. I've missed you, mate. It's been a while now.
It's been a minute. I forgot to reply twice to your messages.
Yeah, for anyone who's not in the group chat, I was speaking to Hunter last night, and then he said sec, and then it was 10 hours. In fact, he's only just responded.
He even bumped it twice.
Yeah.
I said sec, and he says continuing to hold 2 hours later, and then another 12 hours after that, he says still holding. And now 30 minutes, 40 minutes after that, I've said, all right, I got it.
Appreciate you making the effort to keep in touch. Yeah.
Now that I've actually got something to gain from you, would you like to knock me up and link me the clean feed in no particular order?
I see how it is. Forgets to respond all day. Forgets to respond, and then as soon as he needs something, honestly, mate, that crown has gone to your head.
Alright guys, I'm going to run one last hit of ads, which means that if you want to watch the stream without getting violated by ads, you can actually watch CommanderX's stream. CommanderX, he streams without a predatory amount of ads. He has the same drops as me, so yeah, I'm running the ads. If that bothers you, there's actually a really safe space for you right next door. Check the knock-up. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Off-Brand Milk.
Fuck off, Hunter. Thanks, Carla. Welcome to the stream. And if we could get a tab for Chrissy as well, that would be great.
Just keep Chris's stream open in case it comes on.
Chris, always in desperate need of a tab.
Hey, Jacob. For even less ads, you can go to YouTube. Yeah, if you feel that the sort of environment that Hunter cultivates is too scary, too full of advertisements in your face, you can come to my stream. If you feel my stream, still too many ads, go to the YouTube stream. There's an even safer space within the safe space.
Whoa, they added a new thing to the dashboard. Do you see the thing that says shared viewers?
Oh, wait. No, I minimized it.
It just spawned in. It's like
chat?
in the stream manager, it says, wait, we didn't turn on shared chat, did we?
No.
It says shared viewers, like at the top of my stream manager. Session viewers, shared viewers. Who the fuck are the shared viewers? What does that mean? Does that mean they have us both open?
I can't see that. Wait, there is a button that says start viewer call-ins. Let's never press this button.
No, don't press that button.
Never press that button.
Do not press
never
that
press
button.
that button. Could you imagine?
Combined view count? I mean, it's not combined. Xavier has like hundreds of viewers. Now it says shared viewers is our total. There we go. Okay, it was just wrong at the start. It is combined. But before it said we had 30. Hunter CX shared chat. A shared chat between us two would just not go well. Xavier and I, we're like oil and water. We don't mesh.
The chats don't get on. There's like, despite the statistics will tell you there's a lot of overlap in viewership, like upwards of 50%. But if you actually put them in the same room at the same time, chaos.
Well, Atlas Oz, thanks for the prime. Are you the Lucio player? Well, welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. You the Lucio player from the World Cup team?
Thank you, Dewey, for the 9 months prime. Yeah, no maps played yet. You've missed nothing.
You've missed the whole stream, also, mate. The drops are done too.
Wait, can we comment on the Cheeseburger jerseys for a second? I feel like we've really glanced over this.
I think the thing that we're glossing over is the fact that the opening fixture for Overwatch Champions is Korea Stage 3 is that it's Mag versus a cheeseburger for the first fixture of the season. Like, You know, not to like pick
Well,
at the
look,
low-hanging fruit too much, but come on.
I know where I'm putting my money. You know, based on historical precedent.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I would go 3-0 Zeta division as long as Mag gets the maps. The cheeseburger jerseys are actually sick though, no? They got that drivy cheese.
Yeah, but like I feel like it would have looked better from the top, you know, because we're in like an anti-gravity situation here. Like if their shoulders were just dripping with cheese, I could get behind that.
Yeah, I feel like the upside down cheese is a big miss. Because they could definitely be like shoulder cheese down, but instead, like maybe if we, who's doing the interview right now? Who's that on the left?
I'm not sure actually. I missed the name card.
If we just hang that young boy on the left upside down from his feet, I think the jersey would look sick.
Glad to see nothing has changed. We've been back together less than 10 minutes. Burger joke into hanging a player upside down.
Yes, hang that young boy on the left. Yeah, welcome to the stream.
If you're interested in 8 hours of the same, you're in the right place.
God, we need a shared chat. Don't exclamation mark rituals sacrifice me. Stop that. Okay. How did Dodo sneak onto this roster? I thought Dodo was absolutely guaranteed to go extinct by now. Also, is Faith a coach or a player for this roster?
He's on the roster. He can play.
Sorry, I saw him listed as a coach online, but like, aren't Wu-Chan and Faith the only supports here?
Yeah, no, I'm expecting Faith to play. It's nice to see that Faith has landed on his feet after all the TU drama. And by landing on his feet, I of course mean landing in a pile of shit.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, there's nothing better than not getting paid by Saudi Arabians for months and then getting cut from that roster that isn't even paying you, than then going to Korea and going to an unpaid last place team in OWCS Korea to back it up. Like, just growth to growth. Insane mag photo. He looks like he's about to go absolutely fucking beast mode right now.
Yeah, like, I feel like if I walked up to Mag right now, he would not let me into his club.
He looks like a bouncer. He looks like a bouncer. If we could feed Mag some Aga burgers, please, everybody. Have you got Aga burger?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Get Aga burger at it. It's good. It's good for the
spinning
burger.
I've got a spinning cheeseburger.
No. It's a smiley face burger.
Oh.
Can't see Finn. You can't see Blissy either. Bliss is even further to the right.
Thank you, Hilarium, for the prime. And Aga Fat. Yeah, I feel like in a weird way, I don't actually know what the truth was, but I feel like actually Faith and Bliss would have been the two choices for Zeta Division, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a bit of a rock and a hard place, isn't it?
But for the players, the difference between getting that Zeta spot and getting a full-time salary and playing on Zeta Division versus getting covered in cheese and being a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I mean, at least the guy that isn't covered in cheese is getting paid to be degraded on stage. The other guy's just doing it for the love of the game.
Farmer here playing against his former team. Not quite the rivalry of, Farmer's. He's actually joined a long line of Winston player misadventures on Zeta Division. Starting with Heesung, then to Farmer. Third time lucky with Mag.
Oh. Wait, is Magazine in right now? I wasn't really paying attention. I was lost.
Oh, started with Belos Rio. Oh yeah, Mag's in. Mag's in map number 1.
Fuck. The counterplay to Cheeseburger off rip. Burner, obviously a better player for the meta, but sometimes you just need to play to the team. Play to the matchup. Mag versus Farmer. It's a farm to table situation, perhaps.
Why has this guy just got like a crusty burger? Is he just... Oh, it's a ranking of burgers and he's put the cheeseburger from the cheeseburgers at the top.
I see.
Honestly, 24% feels generous.
Hopefully Proby never plays a map, inshallah.
I feel like Proby's a good signing, actually. Of all the...
I feel like he's next up.
Yeah, I thought he actually had a pretty good stage 2, and of all the pieces that have come in, Proby's the one I think I have the most faith in doing well for Zeta Division.
Guys, I'm fucking you with more ads in an attempt to get you to go over to Xavier's stream. Proby Bryant. I like that one. I can actually commit to that for a stage.
What happened to the skipper? Fired.
Fired. But I mean, I think that this team's really going to suffer from the lack of leadership.
I mean, who's the new skipper? Mag?
It's not going to be Blissey. I think it is Mag. Mag. Famously, screamer. Poor skipper. Don't say poor skipper. Skipper's had more than enough chances to prove himself as a top dog. Never made it over the line. Wu Yang ban on map 1? Fuck off.
It's actually helpful for me because I need you've had 5 days warm up or 4 days warm up. I feel like I'm out of touch with the ability names.
Oh fuck, I haven't revised those again. There's a I think it's Tidal Blast is the ult, Guardian Wave is the E. That's it. Guardian Wave
is the literal wave as well, right?
Yeah, the Guardian Wave is a wave. The Tidal Blast is the overshield explosion stun that speeds you up.
Right, and
rushing down on speed.
Rushing Torrent is his
That's
movement.
just shift, mate. Just call it a shift. Yeah, I ain't saying that shit. No, nobody's saying rushing Torrent, like, no shift. Tidal Blast, if you want to believe chat. I feel like I just said Tidal Blast out loud, but now I'm doubting myself just because you've said it.
Yeah, Tidal
Blast. Are you excited for the Wu Hong Wu Yang? I think that Wu Hong is actually going to be cold on the Wu Yang. I think a character that has water on cold ocean, it's natural synergy in that.
Thank you, Herman645, for the 8 months. My school told me torrenting was illegal, and that's why you have to rush.
Torrenting was illegal, and there's no way around it either.
As far as I know, nothing you can do to get around that.
There's literally no way to escape the restrictions around torrenting.
Nope.
Which is why nobody torrents anymore.
And that's why you and I both haven't watched Superman recently.
Yep. I have not watched Superman in the last few days because it left cinemas and there's nowhere for me to watch it online without paying. Nuclear, no, I don't care about you in the YouTube chat. Are people going to trace a reload perk? I don't know. Cheeseburger with a question mark? Yes. See, I do read the YouTube chat occasionally. Let's get some YouTube likes going out of respect.
Well, thank you, Lord
Ross,
Kuma, for the 18
3K1.
months.
Thanks for the 3 months, Ross. Fuck the ads. That's what I'm saying.
Tanks and they are all stocked with cool fish also.
What the hell is this? Who is getting walked in that picture?
Zeta are walking...
Me! Oh my god! Oh my god! We got a freak in the crowd. What?
Oh,
that is so good. That's so good.
She's sucking us in. Who's getting walked? Who's getting walked?
That's so cheeky. She's covering up the me. It's like you think it's gonna be like Zeta a dog walking a team. She's getting dog walked. Oh my god! That is. Oh my god. That's goat. That is goat.
Knew exactly what she was doing as well. Baited the cameraman in.
She needs to back off. I want to get walked by Mag.
Anyone looking for a walk right now?
Yeah, and Mag's hungry for a little walk. Take him for a stroll, lads. Oh, do you know what's so good about these games? When you're watching the online games, like when you're trying to be the king of Japan and you got a good view count, The games just go so quick. It's just 3-0 pump, 3-0 pump, 3-0 pump. Even when people get 3-0 pumped in Korea, you're stuck here all fucking day. Because WDG Studios, they need to justify the time they've spent renting out this little event space. They will literally keep you here all day and all night.
They've got it all day. You pay for it by the day, right? So you might as well get your full use out of it.
Exactly. They pay the day rate, but they need to justify it to the executives, so they need a lot of hours in that space. And that's why we keep hearing this looping music in the background and we keep seeing these faces. Look at Faith, though. Jawline that could cut glass. Hello, Ontus Gimp.
Oh. Not heard that name in a while. Why doesn't Finn look like he's streaming Avatar? A good question.
Yeah, I mean, you were watching last night, right? Finn has turned himself into a pink-haired, white anime woman.
Seems like a natural sidestep.
Overwatch Leaf, thanks for the tier 1. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club.
Wait,
welcome.
This one says sexy Zeta as well. Are Zeta the sex symbols of OWCS Korea?
I mean, Burner is actually like, not in a gay way, but Burner is hot. You know, like Burner.
Oh yeah,
he could get it in a straight way. Obviously,
he's classically good looking.
Yeah, exactly. And like they've got Finn, who's he's the heart and soul of Japanese Overwatch. They got Blissey now. That's a pretty good looking team. In the support and Burner department. Mag is a sex symbol. Stop it with Mag. Stop it with Mag.
Max is the Dosha of Overwatch. That's a great reference, actually. What was it? Because was Dosha
Isn't he the ex-god?
Yeah, the one who had ex-god because he wasn't allowed to be called sex god. Yeah,
he looked like an actual knuckle-dragging troglodyte. Like that looked like it was his first day out the cave. Hey, I'm trying to go to bed. Can you do some whispering? Yeah, I'll look into this.
But the implication that he might just be like an incredible lay, you sort of almost buy it because of what do you call it? Like for juxtaposition.
Oh shit! Are we watching games? Is this happening?
Yes. Sorry, just caught up thinking about stupid, sexy Zeta division, and now we've got to start the Overwatch.
Stupid, sexy Flanders. All right. Let's close those Preds. Let's get it going. Cheeseburger Zeta. Mags on Monkey. Oh, they're asking for a defeat screen, dude. They're actually doing it off rip. They're playing a shit comp. Like, you can't just go back to Korea and start playing Winston again, man. It's not going to happen.
He's literally gone back to Korea and he started playing Winston.
Surely Argon is also a hit scam player. Like, there's no Freya. Cheeseburger don't play Freya. It's over. Alrighty, time to lurk and D-rank meanwhile. Thanks, Pudding Baller. First time chat. Last time interaction, presumably, if you're going to lurk. But I appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. 28, 27,
it just
26.
Works.
It just fucking works. You take it away first. I'm sick of talking already.
Oh, Tracer Echo coming out here from Cheeseburger. Dodo and Argon going to be filling those ones. Kiri Lucio on both sides as they try and get around this left-hand side early on. Clear out Alpha Yi, and now looking for a little bit more farmer. They've got a lot of space on the high ground, but Zeta Division getting that early point presence.
Early presence for Zeta Division is huge because if Mag can't take good space early on, he's just going to get poked down. Now he's actually jumped up onto the high ground, taken a bubble turn, jumped away, but he's really doing nothing at all, Xavier.
Pelican still on his high ground now, trying to contest this one as well. Worth noting that we're not actually seeing Probin here at all, so Pelican taking over these responsibilities, obviously a very flexible player. Now, first point is under contestation. It's actually Cheeseburger who've got more. The move is made by Farmer, but Dodo's going to die in the way in. Opening pick now, player advantage for Zeta Division. The jump through from Mag has another bubble in 1 second to keep going. Lots of pressure on Bakiri. It's a bit of a shallow bubble, but it still secures Zeta Division for point.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was a really rough start for Cheeseburger. I mean, we saw on Pelican's POV, the guy was missing about 80% of all of his bolts. Farmer wasn't taking any damage from the alleged new hit scan of Zeta Division. I mean, we are using that pretty loosely here, given how many shots he's hitting. But still, Cheeseburger couldn't get it done. And I mean, it's bad to worse as Mag zaps from long range Wuchan on the rotation. Terrible start. Great Suzu, though.
Yeah, manages to save it as well. Dodo was playing for a desperate trade after that early pick. Low heals, they have to make it quickly. But Zeta Division now, they've dealt with that. We'll be able to clean this one up. And 2 quick fights for Zeta Division. Looks like they're going to have an earlier Kitsune Rush and an earlier Bowler. Cheeseburger just not getting anything going.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough for Cheeseburger. I mean, no hit scan versus the Winston is always a tough one. I mean, Freya's in the game. The counter character is right there on the screen, but unfortunately, Cheeseburger looking like it is not unlocked for them. Dodo being more of a flex DPS player, and Argon over on the Tracer. You can see, though, Argon's chasing down Alpha Yi. Maybe a little bit of rust for Alpha Yi getting caught out like that. Hongyu and Argon going to catch them out, but now we need a point touch for Cheeseburger.
Finn doesn't quite have a Kitsune Rush next, but Mag has found a trade. He goes down for it, though. They have the Kitsune Rush if they want to keep fighting Zeta Division, but they're going to just choose to play it safe, keep these ults for the retake.
That's a quick flip right there. And honestly, I mean, Cheeseburger, they couldn't ask for a better situation. Pre-fight pick on Alpha E. Mag goes down before the Primal can come online. And Zeta Division, they lose all opportunity to actually stagger out the point. Now, Farmer's playing up on this center high ground, and this is really going to deny a lot of the high ground space from Zeta Division. If Pelican wants to swing, going to be tough. Alpha E goes over to the point, but he's being marked very heavily.
Kitsune Rush to help Alfie continue his push from this side. Later one from Wu-Chan coming through. More ults to layer in. Both beats not quite there yet. Going to be on the DPS ults. Wu-Chan is awfully low. Has to TP away. Mag is just going to focus him down. Easy kill. Wu-Chan's TP not far enough. Downpour to try and turn it. Comes out from Farmer, but he has found nothing. Mag will pop a Primal. Pulse is good from Argon. There's a chance. Yeah, Argon gets 2 with the help of Dodo. The copy comes out now as well. Double Tracer still in play. Eyes onto Finn. He's half HP trying to live. Mag is going to play bodyguard with that bubble. They've stabilized for now, Zeta Division. But the Tracers will keep pushing and Finn is still low and Zeta Division are continuing to back it up.
Staying clutch coming out from Cheeseburger. Blissey going down 90-something% on the beat drop. Absolutely game losing. Faith was way behind on beat, but now they're just going to be able to go beat for beat in the next turn. Mag popped the Primal there too. Very expensive fight. Beat push comes out. Blissey Ajax, first beat of OWCS Korea, and you're Ajaxing already, young man. Oh, heavens. Zeta Division, they lose the beat push here. One trade comes out from Alpha Yi, but that is a brutal one for poor little Blissey.
Oh, you can take the Korean out of North America, but maybe you can't take the North American out of the Korean. And now Cheeseburger are in a great position. All the ults have been spent from both teams, just a neutral, and Zeta Division have to find a way to win it. You can see Alfie, he wants to get through point here, but they're marking this so well, Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger, they've got all angles covered. Nice bolt from Pelican. That's going to force recall out of Argon early on in the piece. You can see Mag being marked out by Farmer, though. He's going to go slashing and dashing over to the side. Alfie's forcing the point at the same time. Gets quite a lot of capture percentage before being matched. So now, really, Cheeseburger, they're being dragged down to the objective. Finn's 30% away from his ultimate.
Early chance, but Finn's awfully low. 1 bar of HP. They need to keep him alive. Farmer lands the wall. Finn is down. Now he can turn his attention. They just need to keep Farmer alive through all of this. Farmer goes in. It's all in. They do kill Pelican, though. Lots of damage onto Mag. He's going to get finished off. And Cheeseburger, all of a sudden, there's a chance. Bliss is trying to line up a late touch. Alfie's going to get the first one. They're getting stalled out. Bliss goes down. Cheeseburger take the first round.
Xavier, I hate to say it, but I think I missed my skipper. I can't believe this.
There's no leadership. Who's guiding them through these moments?
No leadership. Nobody to micro Blissey to use his beat before he's dead. Absolute fucking disaster. Again, running ads. Watch Xavier's stream if you're bothered. Come on, cunts.
This is actually, I don't know. It's such a Zeta Division thing to happen. It's only the first round, but something like this, maybe this is just a little bit of hope.
Mag's on ball. Why is Mag on ball?
I mean, this is most certainly mecha-based.
He can't possibly be on ball.
Most
he
inside
cannot
of the
possibly be
maps.
on ball. Wait, he's actually on it too. It's not bait.
Alright, Dodo on tour for this rollout as well. Might be the worst matchup into the ball, actually. They're going to get that early space. The turret goes down. Mag's going to get booped back as Farmer branches out. Slam comes through. Now Mag's going to be forced away again. Farmer's taking a lot of damage. Hasn't really closed the distance on Pelican, so Pelican can keep taking these opportunities. Farming up rail. Farmer's going to swing again. Forces a recall. Dives onto Pelican now. Farmer with good pressure on the DPS, but it's Alpha U finds the first kill in the back line. Bliss is going to get traded. Pelican bow full rail in hand. Misses it onto Farmer, though. Farmer's going to be able to stabilize with his team behind now, and it's looking possible, but Dodo too low will get finished off, and Alfie might just be able to clean up.
the Zeta division, they're going to win that war of attrition. Repeated slam turns from Magazine, actually creating so much pressure, preventing Cheeseburger from ever really pushing up. Farmer manages to find a kill, but you can see Dodo was just constantly being plowed, never able to take a good angle. Yuval, thank you very much for the prime. Thanks for 7 months. Pelican's getting an early pick on Argon as well, so Cheeseburger, they've just got to sit and spawn and wait. Dodo swapped over to the Venture.
Over to the Venture now. Bit more durable, can play independently, more than the Torb. Trying to find a way out. In theory, if they can connect Farmer onto these meaningful targets, he should be able to put out more pressure more consistently than Mag. But it's just closing that distance onto Pelican. Dodo's going to burrow in first to help close that. You see the pressure coming onto Pelican now. Dodo's going to drill dash back to team. More pressure is as Farmer goes deep. The Pelican is pocketed through all of it. And again, Mag and Alfie, they managed to pick off Wu-Chan while this happened. 2-for-1 trade, Zeta Division with the advantage. And you can see, as Cheeseburger move in every single time, Alfie is getting into his position behind and finding the trades. Not quite done yet. Now it should just be the Tracer. Half HP, Alfie forces for recall. Recall's back as well. Will regroup. Zeta Division in control of point, but it's not over yet.
Mag's trying to stall out the point on the wheel now, but Cheeseburger, they're going to get a few players back in here. You can see Zeta Division, all their health bars about half. They don't want to peek all too much. But Cheeseburger, they're back off the point. Now we can see Pelican on the flank will dodge that pulse bomb just so slightly. Faith has a beat drop here. Downpour comes out. Will be dodged by Pelican, though. Nice slide from him. Beat from Faith. There's no beat to match from Blissey right now, but Zeta Division, they all seem to be alive at the moment. Magazine drops the minefield on the point. The first to fall is going to be Argon again. Finn's traded, though. 4 versus 4. Kitsune rush from Wu-Chan on the objective. Does not want to let it go. Unburrow from the Venture. Dodo is on top of Pelly. He will find that kill. 1 player advantage for Cheeseburger here, but Wu-Chan is traded again. Mag keeps killing this poor Kiriko. There's still mines on the point, and Faith has gone down as well. A Mag wheel masterclass on Mecha Base of all places, but Bliss is traded too.
Thank you, Light97, for the tier 1. And yeah, it's the same story, isn't it? Dodo's found 2 kills on the backline, though, so he's doing what Alfie and Mag are doing. He's going to get the mini. Going to look for this Venture as well. Turns the attention, pops the ultimate, wants to keep fighting here. Uses it to get the faster cooldowns, gets back underneath, forces them all back, and Dodo has clutched this out of nothing. How on earth did he 1v2 the backline by himself?
Blitz Ajax again? I didn't even notice the beat in that fight. Zeta Division used it. Did he actually? I'm going to have to go back and check this after the round. Yeah, a double DPS ultimate available for Zeta Division. Pelican pulls the clock, but Farmer's already on the case. Suzu comes out from Faith, and a second slide comes out from Pelly to get himself further. But Faith and Farmer together, 2v1. But the counter slam from Mag, again, he's so good for it. Takes down Dodo and Faith. Alfie's got a pulse bomb in the back pocket as well. 99% of Cheeseburger. They can't really afford to let this one go. Another slam on the objective from Mag. He's given Farmer a beat down, and it is looking like Cheeseburger, unless they can hit a miracle pulse bomb. Miracle pulse bomb lands. Miracle Suzu comes out to save him. A double miracle situation. Zeta Division in control. Touch required for Cheeseburger. Dodo first and land it.
Farmer coming back with a downpour, and there's an outside chance here if they can get some value out of this ultimate. Another touch through from Argon. They're trying to tiptoe it now, just keep ping-ponging it. One more touch, recall force. Farmer is back now, needing his downpour up soon. There's going to be mines on point. Out of all onto Pelican, forces him back. Comes through as well. Finn's awfully low. Farmer turns that kill. Bliss falls as well. It's doable. They've still got people on the point. They have to keep touching. Pelican has no choice but to die on point. And Cheeseburger, they've kept themselves alive.
Oh my days, Farmer is absolutely destroying right now. You reap what you sow. You pick this guy up, you put him on the bench, you make him play Winston in shitty situations. He's going to come and he's going to have his way with you in the next stage. Farmer right now disgracing the Zeta Division backline, taking down Finn, taking down Bliss. Faith once again ahead on that beat drop charge, 80% to 70. Blissey a little bit slow on it. Minefield comes out from Mag on the point, but he misses the slam completely. So if somebody can just play a little bit of Minesweeper, should not be terribly impactful. Kitsune rush up on the high ground from Wu-Chan, but there's no real targets to deal with here. This is just going to be a pocket one. Mag goes for another slam, and he's actually rather low. Faith charging up the beat with this Kitsune rush. Hits a couple of headshots across the map. Finn, he pops the rush, but the beat is a 5-man from Faith. Push keeps coming for the side of Cheeseburger. Finn's in a lot of trouble. He needs to TP out of dodge. He has the TP, but he doesn't have the double step anymore because of the nerfs, but he looks to have gotten out of this one. So Blissey now, he's got the beat, the potentially game-winning beat. Let's see if he can get it done, Zav.
Got it ready to go. They're going to force the objective over as well. Cheeseburger have to come to Ven. Argon's going to die. Beat comes out, catches everyone except for Mag, so they should be safe. They keep doubling in, but Alfie is cleaning up the backline here. Bliss gets the beat off, and it's just too much. Cheeseburger can't kill through all that overhealth, and Zeta Division will be able to hold on here on Mecha Base and send us to a 3rd round.
so ropey. When Mag threw down that minefield on the point slam, nobody. I thought Cheeseburger was going to be able to clear a few of those off and then take a good fight. But ultimately, I mean, both support ultimates used. 0 kills off the back of it. The Kitsune rush from Wu-Chan in particular, really, I mean, I was going to go the other way. I was going to say the Kitsune rush being on 0 players was the problem. I mean, the beat, like, they all used their skills to push, and it got kited too. Maybe they were both just equally dog shit. Maybe neither of us are right, and both of us are right, you know? Like, do you want to agree to disagree by agreeing?
I'll agree to that, yeah. It's, if you use both of those ultimates and don't get a kill, something has gone wrong. If the other team have not used anything back here. So that was the opportunity right there on Faith's beat timing. Had beat advantage twice during the course of that mecha base. Unable to capitalize on the second one. Does seem like they had problems. And yeah, no surprises to see if he's going to run it on mecha base, he's probably going to run it on Sanctuary as well. So pressure and difficulty for Wu-Chan and Faith in that previous round. Eyes on them to see if they can deal with Alpha and Mag a little bit better this time around.
Why did they put their main support on Tracer? Nobody knows. I don't know why Alpha Yi, famous Lucio player, is on Tracer right now. Magazine goes for a slam, hits the Lucio. Faith is going to be knocked up in the air, but he's very safe. Pelican's under a bit of pressure. Dodo on Burrow's taking some damage, but I think Wu-Chan is in a position to keep that pocket going. Alpha Yi first tempo on the point, but Zeta Division, they're actually quite boxed up right now. Backline really can't get anything done, so Cheeseburger, they have bodies on the point. Finn forced to TP, he's on the run. Dodo's on his case. Finn is so incredibly low. Just need a little bit more damage in from Dodo, but he can't get it done. Cheeseburger, they've secured the flip though, so that's a great start for them. Zeta Division really needed that.
This venture swap has made all the difference since Dodo has gone onto that character.
Oh my god.
Farmer's got so much out of that block as well. They're so low. Argon and Faith flying in, and they crush the backline here. And what we're seeing is, at the start of Mecha Base, we saw Farmer having a really difficult time trying to close the distance. But now, all of a sudden, Dodo gets to go first, burrows underground, forces Zeta Division to kite, and this relieves a lot of pressure from Farmer, allowing all of these engages to be better set up, more damage, and Cheeseburger are reaping the rewards.
Cheeseburger, really, I mean, this is such a good first fight for them. The fact that they get the flip before they've even found any kills, and then they win the scrap in the end, so important. Bliss being dived in spawn, he's under so much pressure already. Argon and Faith both doing the work, and Pelly's dead again. The flex DPS over to the main DPS role, not working out for them whatsoever right now. Zeta Division, they got Mag on board, they've got Beats by Bliss, and they've got Pelican with 40% of an overclock. And he's over to the Freya now. Good grief, Xavier.
Gonna be able to play a more independent position potentially, but I feel like the Freya's gonna be very vulnerable to a lot of this stuff as well. The Venture and Tracer can isolate that. For now though, Dodo caught up, fighting on this side, just trying to hold that space. It's Zeta Division going the right-hand side from their perspective, but Wu-Chan's right now with a Kitsune Rush. They come through. Pelican's gonna try and fly through. They throw it out. Downpour's locked up Mag as well. Pelican will get finished off. Mag will get finished off. And that's 2 kills. And these Zeta Division players are gonna die a bit late here as well, but they have got the flip. And a pulse.
Oh, the flip is huge, but Alpha Yi gets 2 with the pulse, just not the 2 that he desires. Finn now in a bit of trouble. He's staggered. Oh my god, why are we not staggering that a little bit? Come on, Cheeseburger. I know Finn can TP out, but that was low-hanging fruit, and we have just allowed it to fall to the ground rotten. Mag now rolling around behind, setting up potentially for a minefield. You can see Faith. He's right back into the mix. Faith and Bliss head-to-head on ultimate charge right now, and it's really going to come down to whether or not Blissy can get a good beat. Argon's set up behind. He's ready to pressure the backline. Goes in. He targets Finn, not Blissy. Blissy now has the health pack stolen away from him. You can see off angle. Dodo, he pops the tectonic shock, but he hasn't found a target. He's doing no damage whatsoever. Zeta Division, they still have the minefield in the pocket. Blissy still has the beat drop available. The old clash is about to begin, Zav.
Faith has dropped the beat. Now Bliss is going to beat back, catches everyone except for Alpha Yi. They push back with the later beat. The Zeta Division, they don't find anything just yet. They've used the minefield at the same time as well, so it's all going to descend into a neutral. Zeta Division have to stay glued to point. Alpha Yi is looking for the backline. No recall, though. Cheeseburger are going to ignore him, push forward with Argon's pulse. An opportunity here. Dodo's onto the backline, but the Freya is keeping him at bay for now. But Farmer's found Bliss. Opening pick. They go forward. TP forward from Wu-Chan. Keeping Farmer pocketed. They turn their attention back to point. Mag's going to find an important trade. The Pulse Bomb gets nothing. Tracer battle going on. The stick is good. Argon goes down. Alpha Yi's traded though, but Pelican's good for it. Mag is on point. Pelican might have to get on point soon. Mag is holding on, but Pelican's coming back in. He has the bowler if he needs it. Farmer goes in for Finn. Bliss is back though. Bowler to trade Farmer. Suzu relieves a lot on that damage. Farmer is still alive, but Zeta Division, they've got the reinforcements back quicker. They cling on.
Oh, Dodo's on Sombra. Get off it. Get off it. I don't want to see it. And now we've got Dodo over to the Sombra making the swap. It can counter out the ball. It can counter out the Freya, but I'm just not a big believer. Cheeseburger, I mean, they were doing so much with the Venture. I felt like Dodo was creating pressure everywhere. And moving over to the Sombra, it's such a gamble. You can hack up Mag. You can prevent him from doing anything, but you can also completely piss away all of your value. Alfie, though, he might just be getting caught out right now. Recall Force being chased down by Faith. Faith's on the case, but Mag is there to peel. Great dodge, though, from Faith, and Wu-Chan is ready. Kitsune Rush available for Wu-Chan. Let's throw it down on the point. Let's drop it like it's hot and see what we can get done here. Hack comes out onto Mag. Big man, Suzu'd out. He is going to escape, but the flipper's gone the way of Cheeseburger again. Finn has died to Argon, a little tap in the back of the head, and no touch from Zeta Division.
Cheeseburger take the first map, and well, you asked why Cheeseburger versus Zeta Division as the opening game. I think we're starting to see why. What a map. It feels like, as well, Alfie had, like, I feel like a great individual performance, but every time he was trying to play in these flank positions, it was so many times where he was just getting, like, 3v1, 2v1, everything like this.
Where is Bliss? No, where is Bliss?
Well, yeah, you saw the example of it in that last fight, right? Like, Alfie's getting marked. There's, I think, at least 3 people on him. Faith is able to go so deep, chasing that kill, and no punish, but Alfie's just there by himself.
I mean, it has to be Bliss's fault, right? Like, if Bliss... It's a big open map. Like, there's no way that Bliss is going to be pocketing the Freya side, you know? Freya's just going to go and play their own wide angle. Like, Lucio Tracer, go push the wide side in this comp on that map. But I don't know where Bliss is. Alfie, repeatedly getting caught out, like, on the side, would kill to know where Bliss is in these moments. And then, like, in the beat exchange, when Zeta Division were playing for the retake, like, beat comes out first from Faith. There's a minefield on point from Mag. Bliss just beats, he can't see anything. So the beat comes out, but they do absolutely nothing with it. They're not countering the push.
They do the same thing, essentially, you know what I mean? Like, the mines allows them to force point, and then they beat, and they don't actually push with the beat. They're just standing next to their own minefield with it, really.
He's just beating because he heard the other team beat, but, like, he didn't see anything. So, you know, it's ropey. Hashtag 1 bite to win. Agaburger. Thank you for the 500 biddies, Fluidity OW. Can you call them Bees Churga next map? Yeah, I can. Boost Blissy. Alright, Bunnykins. Alright. I ruined Bliss. Get the fuck out of here. 3 minutes of ads for you, even though you have turbo and they don't affect you.
Here's one. Where's Probe?
They picked up a hit scan player so they could put Pelican on hit scan and he could hit 0 shots.
Okay.
Hashtag 1 bite to win.
I mean, unfortunately, the eating challenge has been failed on this first occasion. Flora didn't retire, though.
AJ? He didn't AJ.
Yeah, it was only the first one that was the AJ, the one on downtown. Yeah, no, Flora didn't retire. He was removed from the team and then just didn't find another opportunity. So, uncertain future. Oh, is he? Did he join like a Rock or something?
Someone in my chat said that he was on Rock. But
I don't
think I've seen, like, I haven't personally seen an announcement. I could just be, like, spreading fake news, but someone in my chat said that he was on Rock. Or some other Chinese team that I think is Rock.
Ooh, I'm getting some... Have you heard about this word on the street? Apparently it's a heavy double flex DPS meta in Korea, so that might be why Pelly's in.
A heavy double flex meta, which is why they played Hitscan Tracer for the entire map.
The word on the street does have a follow-up.
Who is saying this?
Chrissy.
Why would they play Hitscan if it was a heavy
Chris does have a follow-up point saying why he's in and then they ban Genji and play Hitscan is a slightly different question. So it's a good follow-up question, to be fair.
Thank you for the follow-up, Chrissy. Thank you. I was about to, you know, pay you out for being a complete fucking client, but you know what? Like, now the word on the street is starting to clear up.
Yeah, so it's possible there is word on the street, but Zeta might not have quite interpreted it correctly.
Also, the Koreans are always famous for being incredibly ahead of the meta, which is why when a new patch hits, you suddenly see Mag on Winston, and yeah. Why they banned Genji? Because they only had 2 flex DPS players in.
They were worried one of them would play. When you have 2 flex DPS players in, there's twice as much chance that they'll play Genji, you know? So you got to take it away from both of them. Alright, they're changing players, so I'm going to go grab a drink. I feel like I don't know, you're probably okay. Maybe you've warmed up. But I've not talked this much in a single period since like the start of August.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking forward to when I'm not sick anymore, so my throat doesn't feel like this. You know, I'm getting a little excited on map 1 when I see Blissey Ajax, and I'm like, oh, I haven't pushed it this far in a day.
Not reach those levels of excitement of bliss.
I mean, it's like it's hard to be King of Japan and heal your throat at the same time.
When's the next Uncoachable? We're recording Sunday. Sunday. So it'll be out before the start of EMEA.
It's such a bad time.
Such a what? Bad time?
Such a bad time.
For you, maybe. That's actually, it's not great for me either. Not great for me either.
Oh, great. At least 2 of us, not a great time.
Well, actually, all of us. It's possible this time is good for nobody.
Do we want to change it?
No, because it's like, it's good in the sense we're all free, but I don't think it's not the ideal time of day for any of us.
Yeah, I think it was determined that if I was to be King of Japan, I would never be able to do anything but a bad time.
Yeah, well, will you essentially, you'll record Uncoachable and then do Japan? With like a few hour gap.
The Uncoachables at 7 in the morning. Japan Korea finishes at night on Sunday, so it'll be like I'll be up late for Sunday, and then I'll have to get up early with not much sleep to do Uncoachable, and I'll go back to bed in the middle of the day or something, or I won't sleep.
Blast.
Who's on Cheeseburger? Faith. Wait, Proby's in for Alpha U. A classic sub out Alpha U and keep Pelican in situation.
I'm actually grabbing that drink before I forget. Right back.
You do that. Mag can't one bite this burger. That's enough. Aww. Can we boost the YouTube likes while we're at it? Come on, folks. I need to see that little boost. Minus bliss plus alpha U. That would be quite good. That would be quite good. Magazine's going about business. How's Mag looking for Zeta Division? Well, they just lost their first map to a team that came out of Open and has Dodo on it, so it's probably not a great starter of a look. Bliss does want Ajax and Alpha is coming back to support. I mean, you can't be Ajax in your first beat of OWCS Korea. You just can't be doing that. What are the chances Pelly's on Tracer? Very high. Does exclamation mark lurk? Do people just type that when they're like indicating that they're going to be lurking and not typing in the chat, but they would like to indicate that they're here? Is that what exclamation mark lurk means? Somebody help me out with this. Oh, did I remember to take my estrogen this morning? What did homosexual do to you? Homosexual didn't do anything to me. I don't take SSRIs. What's your YouTube? I'm sure someone can help you out with that. We have the power, Tracer Munch. Thanks for the sub. Wolfobos. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. Thanks for 7 months. Welcome back. Exclamation mark allegations. Put them away. The woke mind virus. What's good, Hardy? Who's Zeta's coach? I don't know, because they fired Changoon. They fired Yaki. Who's left? It's like Moby Dick or something, I think. You remember. Zeta Division. Should we roll one up while we wait? The prod breaks are so long, you know, OWCS Korea, I might be able to double dip ads before they get into the game. They're getting into the game. I can't double dip ads. Damn it. Moby Dick and Rascal. It's a good coaching lineup. Why that good coaching lineup decided to put Mag on Ball and Winston for map 1 when they have Burner on the roster. Burner's in the server now. Blissy's still on Lucio now.
I'm back.
Proby doesn't have a jersey. Everything's going wrong for this Zeta Division lineup, dude. Is EMEA on today? No, brother.
Next week.
Yeah. Do you have scrims at all today, Hardy, or are you good to just take it on the chin when I'm done? No way they're playing Magazine. My brother just needs one more super team. He just lost map 1 versus a team that came out of the open qualifiers, Hardy. Nice, Hardy. Get ready to settle in for a long haul. I bet Bliss got Flora's jersey and they don't have an extra one. I think Proby definitely has a jersey and probably just feels cold on the stage. Because I know that Zeta Division flew their players out to Japan for a photo shoot at the beginning. So I feel like if they can afford to fly the players out to Japan to do a photo shoot, they can definitely afford to give them a jersey. Zeta Division's a big org.
Yeah, like Zeta Division have.
I'm gonna give you a minute of ads, like pre-game ads. You know, just warm up. If you're bothered, go watch CommanderX, or boost the YouTube stream. Ban Winston, Burner's in, not Mag now Cliff, so it makes sense.
Sometimes hard to tell them apart.
Terrible, just terrible. Guys, how do we have 40 likes on the YouTube stream? I remember the days when I could snap a finger and I would say boost the YouTube likes and we'd have 10,000 likes on the YouTube stream. What happened to that?
Wait, I only have 35 likes. We can beat Hunter's YouTube likes. Come on, guys.
Oh, your face is blocking the tank cam? Oh, my bad. Can we stop making fun of the 21-year-old Korean child? He's probably 22 by now.
Is there like an age cutoff? He's now old
he's
enough
23.
to take the piss out of.
He's 23 for fuck's sake. Like he's just a baby. Like he's just a fucking kid, man. Like I ran 1 minute of ads. I could have done 3. I thought we were going into the game because I saw bans, but yeah. Anyone else's audio echoing like fuck? Oh, yo, how has nobody noticed this? I've had the clean feed layer playing double audio, and nobody has said anything this whole time.
What do you mean? It's...
Like I've had like an audio capture for the Chrome layer for my clean feed, and also my desktop audio at the same time, for the whole time, and nobody has said anything.
I mean, now I think about it, it's probably not too surprising that most of your viewers don't have ears.
Oh god, none of them are real. Nobody's here. So cooked. So cooked.
Probing to play Genji now. Yeah, maybe they're just gonna keep shuffling. It's important to just play full trial and error with your DPS lineup. See explore all opportunities.
Wait, is that money? Yes! Blah, thanks for the cent. Two more cents, and it's 1 more cent. Thank you. Liam really cool, or I am really cool. Thank you very much. What kind of haircut do you get? I get the no haircut, and then sometimes I show up to the hairdresser, and I'll just show them a picture either of a woman or a very effeminate looking man from the 1970s or 80s.
You know who I show them a picture of when I go to the hairdressers on the rare occasions? I show them a picture of myself and the previous haircut they'd done, and just say, "Can I have this again?"
Mate, that video of you talking about your like future content plan, and you've got like the scruff, like you can tell you've been doing it rough. Like you haven't shaved the top of your head. You've got this beard that I've just never seen you with in 5 years. Like, clearly this project is taking the life from you.
I was like, this has the full look of a guy who's just been sitting in front of his computer, cracking on in no time for any sort of personal grooming.
Thanks to all the YouTube folks, you've managed to double the likes via guilt, like Italian guilt.
Wait, how high are you now?
So much, 80 something.
I'm on 59. We're getting beaten again. Fuck.
Beasts. That's all right, mate. You'll overtake. You're the type of guy that's good at coming from behind. Anyway, Zeta Division now, they've made some changes. Burner on the Diva. Farmer's going to keep on playing the Hazard. I mean, they've banned Monkey to protect Burner's hero pool, but I mean, Farmer just played a masterclass of Hazard all of the previous map. So really interested to see how this one plays out. And we've got some Wu Yang in play, Xavier.
Wu Yang in play.
Guardian Wave Tidal Blast.
Rushing Torrent. It's gonna be Sojin for Probe, and we're gonna see Cheeseburger leaning into the double flex DPS. Now our man on the inside has been telling us is quite popular in Korea now, so we'll get a bit of a matchup to see how those two fare. Farmer gonna be playing more of a Hazard. We've got through a lot of work on that Busan, but it's a very slow start to this Esperanza. Just side fights here. Dodo getting poked out a little bit by that Wu Yang, and just playing it slow now, Cheeseburger.
Oh, Finn under so much pressure, he pops the Guardian Wave, goes for the run, but you can see Dodo's on his case and Farmer will finish the kill. Bliss Kiri nowhere in sight as poor little Finn just could not get out of dodge. Cheeseburger, they've gone for such a far dive. I was really expecting to see Zeta Division pinch on that dive. I would have thought that Cheeseburger, that'd be a 3-for-1 trade. But instead, Cheeseburger, the only team with a kill, and they're getting meters on the board. Burner's still playing up top, trying to hold the space. But Cheeseburger, they can muscle forward. They can find kills here and really make this fight hurt.
This is one of the big worries with Wu Yang is, can he live in these situations? And we see another dive come in and Dodo all over it. Finn is going to torrent rush away from that one, try and group up with his team. They have flipped the map a little bit here, Zeta Division, but they're a player down, and now Farmer trying to close the distance. Burner is stuck in, doesn't have the self-destruct, low on HP, getting forced back, comes through, still player advantage. Kitsune Rush available soon for Wu Chan, but Dodo might be stuck in a little bit too deep here, does get round the corner, splash damage doesn't finish him off. Now Wu Chan drops that Kitsune Rush, Bliss is going to die, 15% short. They're all over this backline as well. Burner is trying to peel for him desperately. They're so low, but Farmer finishes the job, and they will convert that Kitsune Rush advantage in the end.
Zeta Division, they were able to sneak 3 meters, but in the end, Cheeseburger, they've only had to use 1 ultimate with 2 minutes off the clock. Zeta, they're closing on 5 ultis, but I mean, they're going to have to fight just to prevent the checkpoint from being traded over here. Zeta Division, it feels like they've really not found their footing at all. They have not had any openings in these fights. They're always on the back foot, always hiding, just clinging onto whatever space they can get. Proby right now, he's got Argon hiding behind him, and Dodo's going to one-shot Bliss before the fight. That character can TP and go immortal, mate. What's going on here?
Not according to what I'm seeing on my screen, apparently. Another easy couple of kills for Cheeseburger and an easy checkpoint as well. And the problem for Zeta Division here is because of the way they've got their supports around, Bliss is on the Kiriko. So if they want to swap to a Lucio Kiri, they have to double swap both supports, and they're conceding meters all the while.
Meters being conceded second by second. Minus Bliss plus Alfie. This is Bliss. Exactly right, Braven. Exactly right. Farmer's taking an absolute beating pre-fight, though. Blade comes out from Dodo, beat as well from Faith. Finn tries to keep himself alive with the Guardian Wave, but he is actually going to Wu Jax, the first Wu Jax of OWCS Korea. Goes for the ultimate, I think, on himself and dies. He might have actually got it off on somebody else. Who's to say? I'm not an expert. Blissy fighting for dear life. He did pop the Kitsune Rush in there, but he will go down. 1 trade for Zeta Division. Not nearly going to be enough to keep them on in this. And, I mean, this is a disaster for Zeta at this point, Zaddy.
Been out of spawn on the Wu Yang as well, so they're not swapping the heroes at all here, Zeta Division. They're going to keep playing with the comp. They have the overclock versus nothing, but 89 meters. Probe needs to find something here Zeta could do with an efficient fight, but Cheeseburger, they can slow it down, make sure they get all of their spawns, and just hold around this corner with the high ground position as well. Difficult for Probe to get a meaningful angle here.
Probe, he really can't swing well from the low ground. He's going to pull the clock anyway, but you can see Cheeseburger, they're happy to just kite this one out a little bit. Great play from Dodo as well. He wraps around through main, he deflects on the cart. Now Cheeseburger, they're just going to try and flip the top, but Faith, unfortunately, gets caught crossing in the open. He did not look both ways before crossing the street. He pays a heavy price. Now Zeta Division, they're going to turn off the close spawns. Faith not even going to get that close spawn. So Cheeseburger, that's actually a really bad fight for them in the day. 1 for 0, but they're actually conceding meters even though they were up 60.
They will have a Kitsune Rush advantage coming back from Wu Chan in this, so they can still play. Argon currently set up behind as Cheeseburger want to come out in his high ground. Looking for an opportunity now. Pressure onto the Kiriko as well. Bliss taking a lot. Bliss will just fall as well. Easy kill. Didn't even have to invest the ultimate. Probe's going to fall on the other side. Dodo is awfully low. Avoids getting traded though. They just need to deal with this Tracer threat, and it looks like a clean fight. Bernard has to be careful not to get demeched late. He's in a bit of an awkward position behind enemy lines here.
This is really tough for Zeta Division. I mean, Bliss has been picked 2-3 times already, and I mean, that just can't happen on Kiri. If you're going to play this side fight Kiri style, you need to be able to hit the shots, but on top of that, you need to be able to play your life. You need to be good enough at the character so that you're not getting picked on repeat. You can't be a liability. Now, Finn is the liability while Bliss is on respawn. Finn is going wide. He's taken down. Your boy Zoot, thank you very much for the 12 months. A year of feeling like Tom Cruise. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Welcome back.
Bernard 1 HP, nearly getting demexed. Hack comes through with Probe making this Sombra swap now, but Cheeseburger just going to ignore him, keep walking forward, keep gaining meters, and we're getting ever closer to that fateful territory. Wuchan drops a Kitsune Rush. Wait, does it go out or was it hacked? I can't see it, actually.
Looks like it was actually hacked out. I can't see it, and I don't see anybody shooting quick, so that's brutal. But a beat, so good from Faith. Perfect timing. Bliss, he's going to... Well, it's not a Cat Jacks. He will get it off, but he's going to go down right away. No supports remain for Zeta Division. They picked the Wu Yang. My stream completely freezes. Buffers. Boost the clean feed, please. Xavier, take over.
Boosted as well now. Argon's going to clean it up. Pelican with an important trade onto Wuchan, which isn't going to stop the meters being gained for now, but it does mean the retake will be better for Zeta Division. But even with that Jax from Wuchan on the Kitsune Rush, they've still gained more meters. They have the Downpour and the Blade for next one. Finn about to have this Tidal Blast and Probe getting close to this EMP. But Zeta Division, they have such a long way back in this map now.
Look, I mean, it's a long, long way back into even standing half a chance here. Proby, you know, hit scan player being forced over to the Sombra now. Bliss over onto the Lucio as well. Blade comes out top, but Bliss is instantly dead. Oh, Wu Yang ultimate comes out straight away, but the downpour to ham up Finn, so he's going to go down as well. I think you're a little bit ahead of me. I heard the word downpour a second before I saw the ultimate, but in the mix, Cheeseburger, they have lost car control. Great play from Pelican.
Give us some numbers.
39, 38. 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, fucking hell, 32.
Yeah, there we go, yeah. It was like 5 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, it was huge.
So Pelican prevents a lot of the damage. EMP in the back now from Proby hits all of them. Wuchan will get one shot by that one. They turn their attention onto Farmer. He's half HP and also down that main source of healing. He tries to trade onto Probe, but Finn is good to peel his Sombra out of that one. They can clean this one up, and the EMP will be a clean fight win for Zeta.
They needed this, and I mean, they need to start stacking these fights if they want to stand any semblance of a chance. The Lucio Kiricom coming out from Zeta Division now. They're going to abandon the new wave Wu Yang, and we're going to get Bliss off a flex support character back over to his classic. Let's see if we can get a high-value beat drop off as well, because Faith and he are once again neck and neck on ult charge. Cheeseburger, they're on Tracy Genji Hazard. There's a lot of pressure on the backline here. Fast kills being threatened all the time. And Cheeseburger, they flipped up to the high ground straight away.
That's an early flip maybe from Zeta Division. They're playing from the low ground now, so they just have worse position. They're trying to deal with Pelican on the flank here. Bit of help coming through from Bliss now, but Dodo turns his attention on that. Pelican's going to pressure from the other angle, dives in, but the health pack is hacked. Pelican's still playing around that right now. Pulse Bomb out is a miss from Pelly as the side fight continues. Farmer just playing it slow on main, has forced the TP out. Now Kitsune Rush to keep going. Finn doesn't have it quite to match yet, and Faith has creeped ahead on this speed charge as well. Argon behind the backline. Finn, Bliss in a lot of trouble. They're trying to go forward. Kitsune rushes out. Self-destruct in play as well. Bernard's trying to nudge it forward. Doesn't find anything. They're regrouping with Dodo on the high ground now, but Bernard is back in the suit looking for more. Faith's going to go down. No chance to use that beat. Farmer looking for the trade, but Finn is getting it all done. 2 kills and avoids. Oh, doesn't avoid getting traded in the end, but they've done enough, Zeta, and that should be checkpoint for them.
Finn was a real clutch machine there. He pops that Kitsune Rush 4v5. He finds the kills when it matters. And now Zeta Division, they've got themselves a checkpoint. They have a beat drop in the back pocket. Cheeseburger, they have a big ultimate advantage in the next turn, though. It's going to be beat for beat, but then there's going to be a Blade and Downpour to contend with as well. So Zeta Division, they're going to need some more Finn magic here. And I'm not sure how many miracles this young man can pull out of the hat. Faith with the beat drop, really important that he gets high value with this one. Already a Sombra showing face behind. I feel like this is an opportunity for Cheeseburger to push main.
Yeah, Faith can see both DPS now, but they choose to try and clear the DPS instead of pushing main onto this high ground. Hack comes through now. Faith looking on the flank. Has it. They're going to beat in around. Does manage to connect onto Farmer. Bliss goes for the beat back. Blade laid in over the top. So Dodo can't get through. The beat value from Bliss is huge. Farmer still has the downpour after this, though, but it can get eaten. Farmer's playing it patiently, but he's taking a lot of damage. They're trying to slow it down. Bernard pushes in for Mir. Farmer a lot of damage. Hacked out the block. Suzu is good. Does manage to get back out. Prober's died going for this play as well. Cheeseburger not quite out of it yet. Bernard is low. He's having to go out on high ground, but he's separated from the heals now. Farmer goes forward. Downpour 180 just being flung out there. Doesn't find anything, but Cheeseburger, they have got control of the payload. Bliss now running behind here, and it's a scrappy fight, but Cheeseburger used a lot for that.
Cheeseburger, they edge out the win, but I mean, it's really Zeta Division in a position where they could take this map. EMP from Proby, if they can win this fight clean, they can really snowball this into a couple of fight wins in a row. They conceded so many meters, poor Cheeseburger, with that fight. They let the car roll all the way around the corner, and now you can see Cheeseburger. They know the EMP's coming. They're playing spread for these positions. Proby's looking for the angle, comes up in main, he hits Farmer, he hits Faith. Faith gets to hide. Farmer's going to go down. Kitsune Rush invested from Wu-Chan as well, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. A little bit dicey here. Got to be careful here.
2 for Faith, and all of a sudden it's back on. Self-destruct out from Bernard. He's on the high ground. He's trying to get back into mech. Self-destruct finds nothing, but Bernard is back in the suit now. Pressure onto Finn. Argon forced back. Suzu now being forced. Pulse bomb attempt available for Argon if he goes for it. He flings it out, but Bernard is there with the E. They're still trying to trade. Kitsune rush from Finn. He's low. Dodo will get the kill afterwards. He dives in for Pelican as well. No recall for Pelican. He ducks back and gets the health back. Hack onto Dodo. Trades that one out. They're still stabilizing. Beat is available for Faith if they want to try and turn it here into overtime, but Beat comes out. No ult to respond with. Bernard goes down out of mech. Bliss still needs so much to get this beat up, and I don't think it's enough. Bliss going to try and stall out the touch, but he's all over him now, Argon. And that's 2 in a row for Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger take the lead 2-0. Substitution in for Burner. Not enough to make the difference. I mean, at the end of the day, the fact that beats were exchanged at the checkpoint fight, but then afterwards, final fight, overtime comes around, and Faith is 30% ahead of Bliss on beat charge. That is so crucial. It makes such a difference. The fact that they get to win that final turn with the beat, and Blissy somehow is 30% behind. You have to ask the question, why is he so far behind? Why does Faith consistently have this ult that little bit quicker? Blissy had good beat value when he got it off, but before then, just the charging process is no good at all. I mean, 2-0 lead for Cheeseburger. Very unexpected early on, and a horrific start for Zeta Division's retooled roster here. I think everyone's missing this skip at this point. Enjoy the ads or watch Xavier.
Thank you, Artemis and Pad Sander, for the tier 1s, and both 19 months as well. Thank you very much. And yeah, I mean, I do wonder how much of this was just a bad comp on rollout for Zeta Division, because it was about, what was it, like 20-30 meters difference in the end? But you have to remember, they conceded a huge early lead, Zeta Division, while trying to play the Kiriko Wu-Yang. And then once they got off that, the fight started to feel a little bit more back and forth. It's not like, it wasn't a complete reversal of fortunes, but it certainly felt a much more 50-50 matchup, but Cheeseburger able to hold on to that big advantage they had. So, yeah, I don't know. And horrendous situation for Zeta Division, really. Like, I think, you know, typically I did my power rankings at the start of the stream, and they've immediately been proven wrong, as it looks like. Zeta Division are, in fact, the 9th place team, not Cheeseburger. Thank you, Bobby Rossi. So, yeah, really surprised. I mean, one thing that is true, I think a few people are asking as well, about, like, double flex DPS. We've had word on the street. Now, this is the meta, and we're seeing a little bit here that maybe it is just a case of Cheeseburger having the heroes, having the players to play double flex DPS, leaning into it a little bit more.
He seems pretty strong.
Thank you, your boy Zoo.
Incredibly early days for pro play.
Yeah, so the biggest question that I've sort of heard people or seen people talking about is, wow, Wu-Yang feels very powerful in terms of their individual ability to poke, do damage, influence the game, save people in certain situations. The survivability is the big question, and we maybe saw a sort of micro example of that in the opening half of that Esperanza, where the Wu-Yang Kiriko, they just couldn't bloody live, could they? The double flex DPS killed them again and again and again and again. And that was a big reason why Cheeseburger got off to such a good start on that Esperanza. So it feels like maybe, especially, and this is probably true anytime we play double flex DPS or it becomes prevalent in the meta, Kiri Lucio almost becomes an essential backline to lean into because of that. And I think we're maybe in some of that situation. What does it mean for the Cheeseburger power ranking if they beat Zeta Division 3-0? Well, I think... Thank you, Dinosaur Cola.
What the hell has happened to Zeta Division?
I think, because obviously I made a lot of assumptions. I think my power rankings completely based really off roster strength, right? And I think, obviously, if you're one of these weaker OWCS teams, I think what we see more often, thank you Benji for Genji OW for 13 months, what you see often with these lower place teams is to outperform their expectations based on paper. What you need is the sum to be greater than the individual parts. And we talked maybe a little bit on Babu-san about how it felt like Alpha Yi was actually getting outplayed on the flank, not because Alpha Yi was playing particularly badly individually, but just because Cheeseburger were finding a way to dedicate more resources to that throughout. I feel like Dodo, actually, in many ways, has been the star player here. Reports of his extinction, greatly exaggerated. I think both on the Genji, both on the Venture, really impactful. I think the deciding moment in that mecha base was when Dodo went over to the Venture, and it suddenly changed the nature or the complexion of a lot of their dives. And again, pretty good value here. Now, there was maybe one beat that was misused in like a big ult fight from Dodo, but I think he's actually looked really promising. This is really good from Farmer as well, actually. I think Farmer is a player I didn't rate very highly going into his spell on Zeta Division. His appearances for Zeta Division didn't really change my opinion on that at all either. But this is a really great performance, I think, from Farmer on the Hazard. And now Zeta Division may have to reverse sweep their first game. Farmer making a case to be Zeta Division's second tank. Yeah, can we just get a quick wellness check on Juby? If people, for those who don't know, Juby is a huge Zeta Division fan. And as you can imagine, if you've been a huge Zeta Division fan this year, or even last year, you've had a pretty tough time of it. Don't talk to me? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. No, Farmer's not a name change. He's been around on like low OWCS teams for quite a while, and had what felt like it could have been his big break, getting on Zeta Division last stage. But Zeta Division didn't have a particularly great stage. Farmer didn't feature all that heavily. Some of that, obviously, Farmer signed as, I guess, very much sort of like a Winston player more than anything. Obviously, we've seen him do a lot of good work on Hazard, but obviously from Zeta Division in Stage 2. Bernard's really good at Hazard as well, so very much would be the Hazard player. Will we run Fantasy again? Yeah, the Fantasy League will return. I'll be able to announce more details soon. We're not doing it for Korea. There's going to be a lot of I'll explain soon with all of this. But yeah, Fantasy will be back for EMEA in North America, is the long and the short of it. Okay, Alfie Pelican in. So this feels like we're going to be playing double flex CPS now if we're Zeta Division. Yeah, Tracer Echo would be crazy for him. Tracer Genji, I think crazy for him as well. Pelican looked pretty good on the Venture as well. Oh, thank you, Tiny Flames. Thank you very much for the 2 gifted. Congratulations, Yamiro. And Lua? You said Fantasy Korea? Yes. There's been a change of plans, and I think it's a good change of plans. But again, it's going to have to be in the more to be revealed category.
What's being revealed right now?
Nothing's being revealed, but stuff will be revealed soon.
Ah, you're going to reveal all of the secrets.
All of the secrets.
Juzu, I think I was AFK. Thank you very much for the gift sub to Scissors. What did Jamal say? Did he say something to get that? Did he beg, or did you just give it to him? He said, hope you get blown up, and 7 ads. Ah. He said, bro, is it Blissy? I'm starting to fear it was Blissy, bro. I'm starting to feel like I gave Alex a bad rap, you know? What an unfortunate scoreline. It's class, Crispy. It's class.
I just got here. How is Zeta getting destroyed? So they've just been playing, like, Busan, they just played better. I think Zeta Division, if you're a Zeta fan, you can cope a little bit on Esperanza as, oh, why have my team just started on a comp that can't live?
Excited to hear
thank you,
more
Sims, for the
details
17
about your
months.
Project when time is right. Romantic face emoji.
Thank you for the
Other than
romantic
Alga
face
Band.
emoji. Is it just a... Oh, wait. Okay, so the Venture... So they protect EPS. This probably stops Dodo playing it as well. And you have to imagine Zeta Division will just go Tracer Genji or something like this. It's Alfie and Pelican in, so the assumption very much the double flexed EPS that had been promised might be in full effect here.
Wait, are we getting Alfie Pelly?
Yeah.
Nah, they're probably just gonna put Pelican back on hit scan, mate. They banned out a flex DPS character. Like, I think you're crazy if you think that it's gonna be yeah. Wait, so last time when they showed hero bans, there was a huge break, right?
Yeah, there was at least a good couple of minutes.
That's a 3-minute ad break again. We can actually double dip on ads in this broadcast. Like, every between map, I can run 6 minutes of ads. Like, that's actually nonsense. WCG, I feel like they're slower than last stage. Maybe they're warming up.
Yeah, you gotta start slow, you know? You got a whole stage to work in. I
mean, look, if it's a whole stage of running 6 minutes of ads per between map period, I'm, either going to have no viewers by the end of the stage, or I'm going to be able to pay for that ball. One of the two.
Maybe Zeta needs to sign.
Your greed sickens me. If you feel physically ill from the greed, go watch Xavier.
Thank you, Creed, for the 15 months tier 1. Thank you very much.
Yeah. There's always a YouTube stream.
Can we get a check
on... very Japan core tweet. Thank you.
Can we get a check on that girl who said he wanted Zeta to walk her? Yeah, well, Zeta can still walk her. It's just Cheeseburger are now also walking Zeta division, so there's just an extra. There's an extra leash in the chain.
It's a conga line. I just leave the YouTube and Twitch up, letting the abuser win. Exactly. Thank you again for the gift.
Little bit of trivia: when Hunter has to fill in forms and fill in his job occupation, he doesn't actually write streamer; he writes abuser.
Ads. Oh. Cheeseburger on a stick dangling. No, I'm not reading that out.
I've not seen the message, but I'm filling in the blanks. I'm using the context clues and shaking my head.
Farmer is about to get kicked off Zeta and then 3-0 them in their opening match of OWCS Korea.
Of all the situations, all the people who might have been the problem on Zeta Division in Stage 2, it turns out the only person who wasn't a problem was Farmer.
Oh, Farmer. Horrifying. Appears with a big business degree. Come on! Alright, 23, 22, 21. Tell me it works.
20, 19. Nice. We're there. Mag was in map 1, Bernard was in map 2, and Bernard is also going to be in map 3, playing the Hazard, and it feels like Zeta Division. No experiments this time, no Wu Yang, just Kiri Lucio, Bernard in on the Hazard, Pelican and Alfie in, expecting this to be a Tracy Genji mirror after these TPs.
All right, Tracer Genji on either side. Now Lucio Kiri as well. No Wu Yang in sight, but apparently Tracer Genji is the wave, and Peli Alpha Yida is probably one of the best lines for it in OWCS Korea. Farmer's instantly going to be forced out of the main side. Block up, but there's players behind him. Burner comes in swinging, and Peli's good for the kill as well. So Wu Chan, I mean, he was getting caught out a lot on Busan, but this is just a whole other level of aggression coming out from Zeta Division.
Both of these comps very fast-paced, very aggressive. Lots of pressure on the supports to play well. So many things that can force your Suzu, your TP, everything like that out of Kiriko's. So expect it to be very volatile here in terms of trades and kills. But Zeta Division off to a good start, which they're in desperate need of, as they need to win 3 in a row now. Cheeseburger playing retake. No ults really to speak of for each team.
Yeah, nobody's got any ults, so they are just going to have to win a good old honest neutral fight. Slash comes out from Farmer, but he's already half HP. He's taking an absolute beating. The counterplay from Pelican and Burner right now, you put these guys on Genji and Hazard, and it's a different story to what we saw in the first 2 maps. Can't count them out yet. Pelican's going to take off Wu Chan's head to close out the fight, and I mean, look, Pelican, he's too angry to die. He does not want to let it go. Cheeseburger, 2 wipes in a row, backspawn supports.
It feels all of a sudden a completely different series. Watching these last 2 fights, you wouldn't know Cheeseburger were 2 maps up against Zeta Division here. Zeta Division now seem to be leaning into what could be an early sign of what's to come meta-wise in Korea and the rest of the world. It's going to be Argon touching the point first, trying to pull them a little bit out of position, give them space to come through this choke, avoid that wall timing from Bernard. Now Dodo's coming in, deflect has been used, Farmer's going to go in deep, drops the wall off, Bernard's going to drop a later wall now as the blocks are traded on the high ground. Overtime is forced, Kitsune rush out, Kitsune rush coming out from Finn. Now they find a kill onto Dodo. More pressure coming through, and that earlier support ult just going to be all the difference here.
Commenting so I don't count as a bot. Thank you, lovey-dovey thighs, for the first-time message. Zeta Division, they're going to clean up this fight with ease. Only cost them a Kitsune rush in the end. Cheeseburger, I mean, if they had the privilege of using an ult, I'm sure they would have dumped one in and still lost it. But they do have, you know, maybe 3 ultimates coming online for the next turn because they haven't built anything yet. Zeta Division, though, I mean, they are looking a completely different beast on this double flex comp. Turns out when you have 2 top-tier DPS players that are both flex DPS, if you put them on that role, they might actually perform well. You also keep Burner in rather than making Mag play ball, and it could be a different story. Dash out from Dodo already in Zeta Division. They're going to press this advantage. They're going to chase.
Looking for their opportunities to open it up now. Bliss has the beat ready to go to Wuchan with that Kitsune rush pressure coming out. That one's been forced, but he dies to Alpha U right afterwards. Again. Beat over the top from Bliss. They've been forced all the way back. No real value out of his Kitsune rush, and it is another decisive fight for Zeta Division.
Yeah, very aggressive now from Zeta Division. Maybe they read the situation. They know there's no beat drop available for Faith. They can see he's a little bit behind, and they just press that advantage. They go in with the beat. 1 ult per fight, and they are cleaning house. Cheeseburger still don't have the beat online. They still don't have the blade. And Wuchan, I mean, he invested the Kitsune rush in that one, so really brutal now. Zeta Division, I mean, they're just going to keep up this pressure. They can keep holding this choke. Pelican goes early for the blade. He's in the back line. Suzu from Wuchan to keep him alive. He TP's out as well. Now you can see the chase is on. Farmer with the downpour. Pelly dashes out of that one. Dodo's pulled his own blade, but Wuchan has been caught by Alpha Yi. Blade from Dodo not going to connect with anything. Burner's on his case, and he will find the kill. It's a 2-player lead for Zeta Division. They conceded the flip, but ultimately it's going to be peanuts in the scope of things.
Going to choose to reset, regroup, go with Faith's beat in the next one. Needs to be careful, though. Alpha E already looking for this early pressure. Farmer's quite low, actually. Susie back just in time. More pressure onto Farmer. Beat from Faith, actually. This is far back, but they can turn a kill immediately. Dodo dives in looking for more. 1 kill out of this beat, but they've lost Argon now. They need more from this. Farmer's awfully low, actually, despite the overhealth. They're still the ones with a HP disadvantage. Pulse Bomb just on the floor. Faith is trying to respond to that one. Burner finds a trade. Farmer's so low, though. Burner will clean that one up now, too. And it will just be this point going the way of Zeta Division.
2-0 lead for Zeta Division. Now all Cheeseburger have been able to edge out of this map is 12% of a cap. No fight wins, not even close. And Zeta, I mean, if they can keep this up, we could be, you know, in the case of a reverse sweep. But to be honest, I think that there's actually a real opportunity for Cheeseburger to win in draft here. I mean, all they need to do is ban out Lucio once, and there's a reasonable chance that Cheeseburger can walk over Zeta Division. But, you know, you didn't hear it from me. Faith taken very low early on in the piece. Burner's getting aggressive again, and Faith goes down to Pelican. So huge start again for Zeta Division. They're playing this high tempo comp and they're just running through Cheeseburger.
Easy. All of a sudden for Zeta Division, they're just demolishing them. Wuchan's going to have Kitsune Rush for this retake. Bernard's going to have Downpour soon to counter that out. Bliss, maybe even a beat to respond with in time. And all of a sudden, it looks like Zeta Division are completely in control of this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no resistance whatsoever. Cheeseburger really starting to show the cracks, starting to see that when you match up against Alfie on Tracer and Pelly on Genji, maybe you actually don't have all that it takes. Maybe Farmer isn't as good as, oh, hang about wall for wall right now. Burner throws in one, Farmer matches with another. You can see Wuchan looking to heal, but that's a cat jacks from Wuchan. This time he's not going to die after the cast, he's actually going to die during. So that is going to be 2 disastrous Kitsune rushes from Wuchan, and he's having a stinker of a map here. He's really struggling to deal with the pressure that this Tracer Genji has that are applying.
The main reason you play Kiriko over a Wu Yang or any other support in these situations is the survivability in these chaotic and high-tempo matchups, but Wuchan's just not finding any success, any ability to survive, and when he dies so early, then there's no healing in the mid-fight. Thank you, Gandalf, for the 18 months, and Dodo does get an opening pick, a chance now for Cheeseburger.
This is so important. This pick with the beat and the downpour both come out for Zeta Division. Dodo's pulled the blade, though. Might have an opportunity to carry the fight here. Suzu comes out from Finn, but he actually doesn't TP away. Pulse onto Burner, but both DPS are dead. Faith finds Finn, though. Blade from Pelican. He wants to clutch it. They're down a man. Suzu to save the day from Wuchan as well. And this blade looks to have been a little bit of a waste from Pelican. He will escape and be able to play life, though. Maybe a chance for Zeta Division to get back into this one, but they should be conceding the point here. Alfie still stalling it out. Maybe not.
Zeta Division want to keep fighting for this now. Farmer can't quite clear the point just yet. Wuchan, though, a pick across the map onto Pelican will seal the retake for Cheeseburger. Keep themselves alive in this series, and one more chance to keep this map going, and they do have double support ult for it too.
Yeah, look at this double support ultimate around the corner now, and Bliss like way behind on it off the back of him using the beat in that last turn. So Zeta Division, I mean, really a chance for things to start turning around here. Things for Cheeseburger to start dominating rather. Argon in the back gets a clip onto Finn. Slash from Farmer is good, but not good enough to close the kill. Dodo will find that kill though. Downpour comes out and the beat from Face. So it's an expensive turn for Cheeseburger. They've got a 2-player lead right now. Farmer's traded. Dodo, oh my days, absolutely ripping Pelican to pieces there. Nice little one-shot combo. And Zeta Division, they've lost another turn. They still don't have the beat. They've only got a pulse for the final fight. Cheeseburger, pole position.
Eyes on Alfie now, as Zeta Division will be strained to touch during all of this. Once they get in there, they might get Kitsune rushed as well by Wu-Chan, so a very difficult fight for Zeta Division, but eyes on Alfie to find this touch first.
He should be good for the touch here. You can see Pelican being blocked a little bit by Argon, and Faith actually getting involved. So the Lucio and the Genji both being blocked. Pelican's got no defect. Bliss is incredibly low on the flank. Wu-Chan pops the Kitsune rush. It's actually not on the objective. It's only on the high ground, so the Hazard can't really utilize it. You can see Alfie being marked out by Farmer, but Farmer, he's taking so much damage on the point. Suzu's forced. Pelican's down though, and Bliss only has about 30 HP. Argon closes the kill. It's a 2-player lead for Cheeseburger. Zeta Division, they've got the flip, but is it going to matter, Zap? 2 players down.
They have ults, so they only have a pulse bomb to throw in. Downpour soon, but Finn is under so much pressure. Dodo and Faith looking to finish that one. They can't quite do it though, but they kill Bernard on point, which means they should be able to force this away. One final touch coming through. Doesn't do enough for Alpha Yi and Cheeseburger. They hang in there, but did have to throw a lot into that. Blade and pulse bomb now only available for Cheeseburger. Thank you, Magnolia7, for the 18 months.
Suzu out from Finn. The chase continues for Cheeseburger. Blissy 93% to that beat, but Faith is already 67% to another beat. I feel like Faith is quite consistently charging beats faster than Blissy in this series. Maybe Blissy's a little bit short on the healing aura, maybe positioning a little bit too far on the side. Bliss now, he's got the beat available. Downpour comes out from Burner. Cheeseburger, not sure who's been rooted up right now, but Blissy going to take down Argon. Faith falls as well, and it's a great fight for Zeta Division. Blade was even pulled by Dodo. He's good for 1, good for 2, but we're going to need even more. Farmer and Dodo alone, no heals. I don't think they can do this.
Gonna dive onto point here, Farmer for the reset. There was a moment there where it looked like Dodo, there was nearly a third lineup as well. Dodo has to be careful not to get staggered out here, but the wall won't catch him, and Zeta Division will be able to get that first flip, first progress. Double support ult now for Zeta Division here. Cheeseburger a little bit slower on theirs. They need value out of this downpour, really. Or they need Wu-Chan to be able to charge up this Kitsune rush, otherwise they might find themselves overwhelmed and even out of the map.
Why are both Genji's birds? It's a fantastic question. Nobody knows. Now we can see Pelican getting aggressive here in the choke. Skill exchange, beat push from Faith, counter beat from Bliss. The beat misses Burner and Alfie. A beat by Bliss if ever I've seen one. Both Lucios are traded out. Kitsune rush from Finn up on the high ground looks to be good though. Zeta Division looking healthy until Finn disappears. Just even trades across the board. 3v3, no supports for either side. Genji's dueling it out inside. Dodo and Pelly, but Dodo wins the duel. Now Burner wins the duel. Farmer, he's going to block, but he will die. Burner on 8 HP. He's going to clutch this one out. And is that the end?
Oh, Pelican has Blade coming back. Is there another touch? They're lining up for it now. They're a little bit close. Alfie's trying to pressure early. Suzy to help Faith go in for the touch. There's a wall there, though. He can't get there. And Zeta Division do close it out. But signs of life, at least, in the Hazard Mirror towards the end from Cheeseburger. Zeta Division, I don't know. I'm worried now, right? That map was mostly a stomp. Maybe Zeta Division are just reverse sweeping here.
Man, I think that there's honestly valuable bans available to shut out what just happened. I think banning out the Hazard, that's not possible. But a Genji ban is available, right? So you can shut out the Tracer Genji. Have they used a Tracer ban either? I don't think so. There was a Wu Yang ban from Cheeseburger on map 1. On map 2, what did Cheeseburger ban? On this map, they banned out like Venture or something, didn't they? Oh no, Zeta banned out Venture.
Yeah, so
Cheeseburger banned Freya on map 2.
Yeah, and then Mauga here.
Yeah, so they can still ban Lucio and put Bliss on something crap, something that he's not good at. They can still ban Tracer or Genji. I feel like they have a very real chance to make this awkward.
The problem with the Lucio ban is I feel like it hurts them as much as well. Or maybe not as much, but it also hurts them, you know? It's like it doesn't feel great. I think you're right in terms of it will hurt Bliss more than it hurts Faith. But I don't think it feels good.
Ban Tracer or Genji. Just ban Tracer or Genji then.
How did Zeta lose maps 1 and 2? Was Mag in?
Why is everyone talking about getting manhandled by Mag right now? Genji ban gone? You sure about that?
No, it was Zeta have banned Genji. Cheeseburger still have it available.
Minus faith plus alpha year. Good call, homosexual. Good call.
Thank you, Zeta, for the 11 months. Just got here. How did they lose? Mag was in map 1, but it was Banar in map 2, but they did play Wu Yang for a little bit. Well, I say a little bit. Half a map in which they lost a huge lead.
Ooh. Surely ban Tracer. Dodo has been fucking. I mean, did you see what Pelican just did for that entire map? They won maps with Dodo banned off Genji. Like, Dodo was playing Venture. He was doing pretty well.
The Venture look was really good for him as well. And now that ban's also been burnt, right? From Zeta Division. Yeah, they banned it on this Atlas.
Ultimately, though, like, you ban Tracer, you ban Genji, like, they're just gonna play Venture.
Yeah.
So, both sides are probably just gonna wind up.
Yeah, Pelican will just mirror it, I guess, right? Yeah.
Does Argon play Flex DPS as well, or is this like a hit scan on Tracer?
I don't know. I feel like I recognize the name, but I think it's hit scan on Tracer. But that might be.
If it's hit scan on Tracer, then maybe hit scan on Venture is like even worse, you know? I'm not sure. I'm not sure like what approach they need to take because I don't know Argon's Oracle. Who do you think will get the first Ajax in stage 3? Light 772 Sandwich. Bliss already Ajaxed his first beat of the first series. Go back in the VOD and look at Busan downtown. First beat from Bliss.
Yeah.
It didn't make it. So yeah, no surprises to be honest. After SSG's performance at the end of stage 2. Do you think reverse is happening? There's a reasonable chance that a reverse is happening. Oh my god, Falcons Raccoons. I mean, the best thing about Falcons Raccoon is that instead of Lip, we have Spint on Crazy Raccoon. Like, Hunter, have you been impressed by Bliss? He's now under way better coaching staff. Oh yes, I think Bliss is really a shining star on this Zeta Division roster in these first 3 maps that we've watched.
Thank you, Boundless Bread, for the 17 months. Glad to see you bold again. That Twitter post unnerved me. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I think I need to roll one up.
Roll one up?
It sounds like I'm talking about doing drugs, but I'm just talking about
in a call with Seth Rogen right now.
I almost did the laugh too, really. I am talking about marbles. I am talking about marbles. Oh, how I missed you, Zeta. Roll them up. Rusoko 77, first time Marbler. Let's see if we can get eyes on that.
I had to sit and figure out what what looks off about you. You had to play a game to spot the difference.
Oh, look, we got lost the first time Marvelers today. Everybody wants to play. Are we allowed to draw Yowie of you two? I don't really care, but you'd have to check with Xavier too.
I feel like JK has probably explained it to me on 3 separate occasions, but I still don't really know what it is.
Gay boy cartoons.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, fuck it. All right, starting the race. 30 seconds to get in this last Marbles race. Exclamation mark play.
Thank you, Broken Skies, for the 6 months.
Yeah, he says, yeah, we love it 33. Oh,
Oh.
God's sake.
Thank you many days late for the tier 1. Never a dollar short.
Someone in my YouTube chat has written unto giving ban advice LeMayo. I feel like I need to ban that person, you know? Unbelievable. Not allowed to talk about the draft anymore because SSG made one too many tweets about why I'm protect banning a support.
How long has it been since we last saw Junkertown? I don't know if you saw it in Japan or Pacific, but it's been a while in the EMEA NA. Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure. I can't actually. Yes. Yeah, Zessin's in as well, so I think we are going to get a very different look. Let me take a peep at the map pool. Yeah, J-Town, Rialto, Gibraltar. Oh, what a fucking stinking escort map pool that is. That's like only rough. It depends on your your team strength, sure, but like that's a tough escort list. And then Esperanza and New Queen Street, Atlas and Saravata, banger Flashpoint pool, Iconwold, Holly, Kings Row. Yeah, Busan, Ilios, Oasis, Samoa. Yeah, I feel like the escorts and the pushes are like a bit rough. A while since Rialto 2? Yeah, agree. Thank you, Flurin, for the 13 months.
And Bunnykins has won the race. It was only a matter of time. And it's their 3rd race win. Knew the VIP diamond would make a difference. All the people constantly boosting and finishing them. It's a classic rigged race situation, really. Thank you to Emergence for consistently finishing Bunnykins. VIP buyers.
Thank you, Yobbo. I want to say Yobbo Bunk for the 7 months.
What a classy mug, you reckon?
Ooh. All right. Diva ban from the burgers.
Diva ban?
Diva ban to kick us off.
3 minute ad break. Hitting them with the 2 tout.
And a Lari ban from Zeta Division. Okay.
Google, I know it's been a while, right? But like, you cannot type shit like that in my chat without being subscribed to the channel. You just don't get to say stuff like that without giving me money. So you've got a minute, okay? You've got a minute. Your life is on the line here.
It's what are you saying, Pineapple? It's 3:30 in the morning, and these bums at McDonald's gave you coffee in your chocolate shake. It's good news. There's still 2 more games of Korea, so that coffee's going to get put to use. You think this is the Wuyang map? Yeah, I could see it. I don't know. You've probably seen more of it than me, Max. What's the feel like? Any actual?
Oh, mate,
any actual space
I was watching
for
Japan
Wuyang?
Pacific. Google OW, thanks for the prime. Now you can talk about stroking it to the webcam. Welcome. Yeah, I have no feeling about when Wuyang is or isn't good because they were playing it in pack, and every time anyone played it, it kind of just looked like they were losing, to be honest. But I'm fully convinced that it's going to be the most broken character in the game. We just need to give it some time.
A classic case of a new hero in Overwatch.
Oh, what's good, Playboy? You put a shirt on yet?
Hope not.
I was watching Light stream before it. He's just sitting there with his tits out, man. Like, he's got the angle, so it's like right below as well. Like,
well, like cuts at the nipple line.
Yeah, cuts right there. It's unreal. Never. Are you streaming right now? Are you still sitting there with your tits out? Like, can we boost the YouTube likes again? Like, seriously. Now we're up to 200 viewers and 100 likes. Like, the ratio just doesn't move evenly, you know? I need to beg every step of the way. People got to start chatting and shit too.
We get some more YouTube likes as well. I'm sitting at a measly 79. We're surely within touch and distance of that 100 mark.
Oh, Bunnykins is boosting Emergence now. See? Paying it forward. It's a considerate marble right there. Let's watch this. Oh my god, is Playboy about to win? No. Absolutely not. He's actually a slow learner. But
thanks, Lennon.
Pretty close.
Long range map good for Wuyang. Yeah, I can see that a little bit more, you know? Just like taking some of these angles, poking with the I'm gonna not say that, I don't know the correct name. The flying water balls. I think that might actually be correct now I think about it.
Rainy Day Blossom, that is absolutely unreal. Boost the girl reading this. You're going for the scattergun approach for women in the chat. Just hoping any women that read it, like they feel something when you write that. That's class.
Imagine walking around your hometown with a Cheeseburger jersey. Yeah, I'm hoping to see a lot of Cheeseburger jerseys in Stockholm. The nice thing is, if you can't afford your own Cheeseburger jersey, just wear any t-shirt and just melt your own cheese on it.
Shut up, Light.
All right, Sung'an in as well.
15, 14, 13.
13. It just works.
Oh, yeah, it just works. Just works. Orange in the chat. Yeah.
Oh.
I thought we were all women. No, just Light. Just Light and Rov. All right.
All right.
Zeta division. Instantly, Zessen's going to rip off poor little Proby's head. We're 5 seconds into the round, and already the hit scan difference has been established. I like Cheeseburger taking us to this map. They bring it to a hit scan heavy map. Sigma available. They put in the Sig Man. They've even got something where Bliss has to play a flexible. This is actually such a win in the draft, if ever I've seen one.
Probe going on to Hanzo now. Rocket's going to connect from across the map. Sung'an, probably the hero we've seen him play most successfully in his sort of OWCS career. So happy to play this, but need to be worried about when they get these nano timings especially, or even these tidal blast timings. Can Bernard at Pelican, can they just go past and open up this backline? Zessin will be playing very far back, so difficult areas for Bernard, or just a hazard in general, to cross here. You can see Probe taking his Hanzo duel, but again, difficult engagements and fights for Zeta Division to take from this position.
Very brutal, and I mean, now you can see really long angle for Zessen, really just relying on Proby hitting a headshot across the map on the Hanzo, but it's always a bit of a gambit. Hanzo peeking a Widowmaker. Pelican has actually snuck in on the side though, and that's going to be pressure long term. Proby takes down Argon on the flank. Sungan pushing forward, but he can't get it done. So now Blissey taking the side, but Zessen, he hits the shot, and now he swings even wider, but Blissey might be winning the duel. Blissey from the front, Pelican from the back. That's a treat.
Now just dying on point. Does hit the rock, looking for the trade onto Finn if they can, but the healing beam comes back in time. Faith still in this. Nade comes through though, hits everyone, and Pelican's going to get all the cleanup. A trade onto Finn though does stop this nano being immediately available for the next fight.
No nano available, but I think if they 3-cart, it's just going to be too difficult for Cheeseburger to touch. That's 4 players on backspawn. Zessen can't get that touch. So Zeta Division, I mean, it only took him 1 fight to win first. And this was probably the best point for Cheeseburger's comp. Widow Walls popped very early. You can see they were going for a touch, but it's just not going to happen. All it takes is a wall from Burner to shut down that attempt. And this is not a good look for Cheeseburger at this point. Now, second point, Genji can carry a lot harder. Burner can close the gap a lot more. It's going to be way more difficult for Cheeseburger to exert influence with this Brigader as well.
Yeah, going to be tough. Going to force Faith into a lot of situations. If he runs into that Genji, into that Hazard, just not match up nicely into those heroes at all. And Zeta Division have nearly a full bank of ultimates to throw at this, but they just want to move the cart as far as they can for free before they invest any of these ultimates.
Bliss on Wu Yang was the trick. You're exactly right, Amon Tynes. Wu Chan's going to take down Proby immediately, though. Very lethal support, this character. Wu Chan's actually in the back, going to use the ult on himself. Blissy's going to match that energy, so it's going to be Wu Yang for Wu Yang ult right now. Wu Chan apparently forgets that his ult stuns the enemy Wu Yang and runs away in that timing, then allows Blissy to peek him and take him down. Burner comes swinging in from the side. Burner and Pelly both finding kills. No supports remaining for Cheeseburger. No car push right now for Zeta Division, but only used 1 ultimate to win that fight. Nano Blade for the next turn, and I mean, look, now Finn has the minor perk, which is going to allow for a very fast-moving Nano Genji.
Not a lot of great peel tools for this. Obviously, Faith can rally. Sung'an could maybe even defensively flux, but I don't know if he might just be better served just trying to trade onto Finn or Probe or one of his targets. That can be quite vulnerable to the flux, actually. Then Faith can try and rally the Nano Blade, but not an easy kite at all. I think we're going to get an early Dragon from Probe here as they come out.
Dragon comes out, gets Wu Chan to about half HP, but he has escaped the worst of it. Finn up on the high ground, throws out the Nano onto Pelican. Pelican pulls out Nano Blade, takes down Wu Chan with the bash from Faith. Pelican's 8 HP, but he lives! Sung, and he manages to miss that flux somehow, somewhere. I swear he was in the circle. Maybe my eyes deceived me. Or it's just a bug. Who's to say, really? I'm not an Overwatch doctor. Faith, he's going to give up on the Brigitte now. We're on 3rd point. Lucio has some legs. There are some walls you can climb. He got slept. That's... Huh?
Oh!
Right. Yeah. Good eyes, Gala. Don't tell me to focus up, Gala. You are my focus. Thank you.
It's actually, I mean, you can see the play Cheeseburger were attempting, right? They were going to bash the blade and then flux it just to not only use 2 ults for 2 ults, stop that getting any value, but the sleep, the clutch from Finn opens it up. Zeta Division with great time coming to 3rd point, and Finn is already on the flank. Nade and sleep opportunity for him here. Downpour.
Oh, flanking behind. Downpour hits Faith, but Finn immediately ready for the pinch. Pelican can also finish it from the front. But Argon again, a trade onto Proby. Proby's having a hard time surviving here. No cart push for Zeta Division right now, but Sungan taking a beating inside. Burner's actually getting dangerously low, has to slash out. So everybody's still alive for the side of Cheeseburger, but the cart keeps on rolling. Finn stuck behind. That high risk play will be the death of him in the end. 1-for-1 trades again. The Hanzos just cannot live on this map. It is so difficult. Zeta Division not pushing the cart again. Pulse Bomb powered by thoughts and prayers from the looks of it. As now we've got Sungan up on the high ground trying to contest Burner.
Yeah, just mugged in the back alleys there for his pulse bomb. He just threw over his wallet as well, just hoping they'd leave him alone. Now, coming through, big aggression from Pelican, taking that tidal blast. Zessen is back on the Widow in spawn. Pelican is maybe very much stuck here now, but Pelican's just going to get the kill from across the map. Now Zessen's 1 HP. They do trade it out, though, and now Zessen has a bit of space, but Bliss with the shutdown across the map, and Zeta Division continues to plow forward.
Bliss bending it like Beckham right now, keeping all of Cheeseburger at bay. Now they're trapped in the spawn doors, and that's where Blissy can really shine with the spam. And Zeta Division now, I mean, they just keep pressing forward. Wu-Chain's in so much trouble. Burner slashes him down. Blade available for Pelly. Proby's going to drag him the other side. Argon's in trouble. He blinks up to the high ground. Zessen's back on the cassette looking for a trade, but now the blade is pulled on the cart. Pelican is slicing and dicing through the last remnants of Cheeseburger. They are being swallowed whole as Zeta Division dominate this offense. 2-minute 10 time bank. 1 minute ad.
These
I need to add a 1-minute 30 ad to the overlay. Actually, that would be better for half times.
These water balls, water orbs. Actually, it's so rough for the Widows especially, but even the Hanzos, just in these like mid long range poke fights, because it's got the splash and everything as well. They actually just, it feels like the Wu Yangs are actually just winning these duels, like more than not.
Yeah. Oh, Sticks, thanks for the 4 months. Welcome back. Appreciate that. No ads for subs, or so I'm told. They still have to hear me beg you to boost the YouTube stream likes, though, so at the end of the day, is it really worth your money? VR for Twitch, thank you for the Prime. Another ad-avoidant member of the stream joining up. Thank you very much, appreciate that. Where's Alfie? He's currently in a gimp suit in Moby Dick's suitcase backstage. Yeah, I mean, I do really wonder, like, when you're playing double flex, and you've subbed out Alfie to keep Bliss in on a flex support, what are you doing?
Yeah. Because even if they targeted him, you know, like, oh, they banned Kiriko or whatever, you know, like, it's just a few different options Alfie can play in a situation. Thank you, Grimalon, I think I'm saying that right, for the 4 months Prime. Let's get some ads. You guys just had some ads. You guys need some more products to buy?
I just really want to be told what to purchase. I need to know what to do with my credit card.
I've got this money. It's burning a hole in my wallet right now.
Has Mag played yet? Yeah, he has a 0% win rate in OWCS Korea. He lost his first map playing Winston and Ball. Many such cases. Widow pick from Zessen, back in spawn right now. Free push zone here for Cheeseburger. But yeah, no, let's get him on Diva. Get him on his signature characters, please. Sungan just continuing to push the cart here. Flank from Pelican. He's looking to contest in spawn a little bit, but now he's actually been muscled up on. He has to dash out, get out of dodge because Cheeseburger, they're going for a fast play with the Lucio.
Interesting one here, the Lucio and the Wu Yang. So it feels like Wu Chang's going to be forced to play more of a pocket roll, keep Sungan topped up in these situations. Maybe Faith and Argon can team up on the flank, but difficult. But Penny's just dead. They're speeding Sungan in, taking all this space. Response now from Bernard. Sungan is low on cooldowns all the way in, regrouping, but it's made space for Argon into the backline. Defensive nade from Finn buys some time. Zessen is all at sea right now with Bernard, but Bernard's low. He has to reload. The block does it, but Faith trades it. Good trade for Cheeseburger, and they can keep trying to move this cart forward.
Ah, so tough for Argon now, or rather Zessen, who was ever so close to taking down Burner and then having the wide side of the mapping control as well. Proby, though, he can't play this flank for very long because Zessen's on respawn, which means he needs to concede, needs to get back into the close angles. Argon trying to take top, but being poked out cross map. In fact, taken down cross map by Proby. Very nice shot from Probe there. Potential game winner. Cheeseburger, they're all boxed into a corner now. In Zeta Division, they can just surround. Another rock connects from Burner, but it's a huge nade on the high ground. Pelican to spawn camp Zessen at the same timing, and this push has no legs whatsoever, Zav.
Yeah, good wall from Burnout to finish the job. They clean up all of that. They get the hold, and Cheeseburger still low on ultimates, really. The beat push would be the one they're looking for, because Faith is playing very much to just try and speed people in, help them cross the distance. Less healing, less ult charge as a result. There's actually Zeta Division who have, like, the bank to choose from here. The Nano, the Tidal Blast, can maybe just rotate these onto Pelican as well, or even Burner. Lots of great opportunities to find trades for now for Zeta.
Pelican's going to be bolted early on in the piece. Zessen chasing that down.
Wait.
Good for 2. Get out of dodge. Makes the swap. Instantly wins the side. Not even going to need to invest ultimates for Cheeseburger. They can actually just walk through Zeta Division. 2 players going down like that. Look, Burner's always good for 1. He is Mr. Good for it. But end of the day now, we've just got Proby sitting on first point, staggering himself. Well, what's the purpose of this, Proby? Use your brain. I know you're a hitscan player, but try your best.
He's searching for his brain. He's gonna stagger himself out even more.
He's coming up empty.
He's really trying to live. He's not lived in a shocking turn of events. He didn't win the 1v5 behind and has now staggered himself out massively for this next fight, allowing Cheeseburger to maybe take some of this early space.
I jinxed it. It would have worked. My bad. I'm so sorry, Proby. You can really tell that he's a hit scan player. Double bolt again landing, but Pelican receives the Wu Yang ultimate, the name that I've already forgotten. Wu Yang ult comes back. Wu Chan's going to self-cast that one. Stun lands onto Burner, but it's not going to save Faith. Burner's still good for 1. Blissey with another. Zessen trades Pelican. Zessen really doing God's work right now, trying to make it happen, but Burner's going to take down Zessen with the wall. And with the carry down Cheeseburger, once again, they're going to lose their momentum. What is it? Tidal Blast? Yeah, Tidal Blast. Yeah.
And this is the difficult bit now for Cheeseburger, because Zeta Division, they have this set up. Finn and Bliss can play these angles towards the back of the map. They can throw a blade in. They can throw the downpour in. Hard for Cheeseburger to close this distance onto the backline or connect in a meaningful way while also surviving this onslaught of ultimates. The rotation underneath, they have to be careful versus this dragon.
Dragon's a little bit late from Proby, so Cheeseburger, they're just going to walk right past that one. Don't need to use anything. Not even their speed amp, in fact. Shot from... Oh, hang on. Zessen, once again, he's going for gold. Blissey will take down Argon on the side, though. Blissey finally doing God's work over on the Wu Yang. Who knew that he was the Wu Yang specialist this team needed? Pelican pulls the blade, but Faith beats in response. It's 2 supports and Sungan remaining. Downpour comes out now onto Wu Chan. That's surely going to close out this fight. But Sungan, once again, lands a rock, finds a kill. Burner's here in the choke, but Cheeseburger, they can just play slow for a couple of seconds and then push back out. Zessen's already back in the mix. Sungan has the Gravitic Flux. Argon's up top as well. Really an opportunity here as Zessen. He swings, he takes down Bliss.
Zessen really taking over this attack now for Cheeseburger. Swinging these really angles. Good. He's playing independently quite a lot as well, you know. Like, a lot of resources are going onto Sungan to try and take these more aggressive trades onto Burner, and Zessen's just pushing the angles through. Another rock from Sungan, and the Flux over the top. Will just kill Finn with that one as well. Lots of damage onto Probe. Doesn't confirm the kill, but he's going to keep going forward. Defensive for heals come in. Sungan might have gone too far, but he's done enough. Has he? They need the cap. They get the cap. They can't touch. The boot. Probe dies for it as well, and that's 3 minutes on the clock for Cheeseburger.
It's actually a welcome back Peppy situation. Every stage, there's just some new Sigma King in Korea. Like, who is this guy? Why is he just going absolutely beast mode? Like, he pushes the flank, he hits the rock every single time. He runs into the backline, he rocks Finn. He perfectly flickers his shield to not die to Burner from behind. He drops the Flux. He hits so much, does everything. Hams up 4 members of the team. This guy is actually Thanos, but he's actually just Peppy, and in a week he'll be shit because they'll figure out how to counter him by putting Mag in the server. Anyway, Zeta Division, they've got double support ultimate. Tidal Blast comes out from Blissey. It's actually going to be Burner running into the backline. Does not seem to have connected the stun, but Sungan and Argon have both fallen to Proby in the mix, so Cheeseburger once again, momentum stopped. Every time they cap, they need a little bit of a breather. They need a quick fight loss.
Now, same setup we saw at the start of second point, where Zeta Division get their supports on the high ground, playing these deep positions, nade opportunities for Finn. You can see him rotating around to that one now. Probe on there as well. And Cheeseburger, this is where we normally see them try and push like one of the right flanks or something. Just try and clear that space, but here's the nano onto Burner now. He has the downpour low. So much damage onto Wu Chan. He has to TP away. Sungan is on the run. Boop as well. Burner, I don't know if he can keep going through this door, and they do successfully kite that nano.
They kite out the nano. Now they can get another push going. Peel comes in for Zessen as well. High ground position. Bowler lands. Proby surely to fall. Trade from Finn though. So Wu Chan just nursing this Kitsune rush right now. Sungan is downpoured up in main, but he's got the hands. He's got the shield. He's totally fine. Kitsune rush still available. No recall for Argon anymore. Pelican's quite low. Burner using all of his block. Sungan pushes top, gets slept. Beat is good from Faith. Sungan finds the kill on Finn. Of course, Burner to fall as well. And with a beat push, Cheeseburger able to get it done. And now this is starting to get really dicey for Zeta Division, because if you look over to the ultimates, Kitsune rush for a big open stretch. Sungan so close on that rock. And the Gribbit Xbox. Oh, one more shot. And we can take Pelly. Kill him!
He's got the mini, he's gone to high ground, he's trying to give him the slip. No slip achieved, and this is now 2 ults for Cheeseburger as they push this final part of third point. Kitsune rush to start it, force some cooldowns out, Flux for the punish. Bliss nearly has that tidal blast. Zesta's going to get slept up as he pushes it now. Kitsune rush on point, they need the kills. Proby's going to die. Bliss, he doesn't have that tidal blast yet. But trade foe, 1-for-1. Flux comes out onto point, just looking for it. Goes for it, tidal blast, but he's going to die for it. He gets enough healing. Bernard is still alive somehow through all of this. Songan hits another rock, but Bernard is back to blocking. They're still finding more kills, but Bernard's HP is actually creeping up. Finn is going to die, doesn't give a nano off before dying. Respawn's coming back through. Venture coming out from Proby. Another rock doesn't quite hit the stun on it. Bernard is 1 HP, and they're going to get it done in the end here, Cheeseburger.
I have to rewind. I'm pretty sure Sungan stunned himself out of his flux by lifting Burner into his face. Because Burner had the overshield on him, right?
Yeah, so he like stunned himself. Or like he brought the stun to him.
No, I don't see the stun in the UI. Do you see this stun in the UI? I can't tell. No, Burner lost health. Burner lost health. He was just really healthy.
It like the thing, what do you call it? I don't know what the name of the effect is, but it got like the healing burst. I feel like he just about survived, then he got the healing burst.
Do you get a healing burst when it pops?
Going into the I'm researching.
It looks like you get a healing burst when it pops.
It detonates after a short duration.
Overshield.
And heals for heals for host target. It says it heals for host target when it bursts.
Okay, well that was insanely timed. Insane save from Blissey. The best Wu Yang to ever do it. I'm going to click the live button and then I'm going to pause on 18 and you're going to tell me when I'm
20,
18.
19, 18, 17,
Works.
16.
Fuck, dude. Because I was rewinding there, I didn't run ads. I could have flickered ads there, and I haven't. Like, I'm just...
no flicking?
I'm losing my touch. This
guy's washed.
He was good for 4 days. Well. That's the Genji guy, right?
Good for 4 days, but a 5th day in a row would make it a full work week, and as we all know, Hunter can't handle that.
I cannot handle a job. I must be unemployed forever. Get your head in the ads game, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sesson back in spawn. Widowmaker pick once again. Would love to see him get an opening pick, and if he doesn't get that opening pick, get back over to Freya and dominate, because you were doing God's work on that before. Here we have it. Love to see it.
Now, trying to hold all sides of the map, Zeta Division, but Cheeseburger, only 30 seconds left to work with, only had a minute total to start with. They're going to have to try and play a little bit more point. A big swing up into the air. Bolts responded with a probe, but neither hit scan finding anything to speak of just yet, and it'll continue to slow down.
Slowing them down right now. I mean, look, Proby, he's playing this back angle. Fast pop coming from Cheeseburger on the coast, though. Everybody's swinging. Zessin, he goes for a few wild bolts, but connects with nothing. So Cheeseburger right now, they've taken a side, but they haven't found any kills, and Wu Chan has been caught in the back. Pelly making it work. Blissy's actually in a very dicey position and needs to be careful.
Kill him! He's 1 HP. How's Zessin still alive in all of this? Eventually, Bernard will finish the job. We're into overtime, a 2-player advantage. Songan has to give up a touch. Argon burns his recall to get it as well. The touch is so hard for him. They're so low on resources. They're going to Suzu, force their way out. Rock into the sky, doesn't connect. Songan is now 1 HP, taken care of. And Zeta Division will be very happy with this hold.
Very solid hold for Zeta Division. 1.5 minute ad coming your way. I'm back in form. I'm back on top of my game. As Zeta Division, I mean, really, they can't be any happier with that hold. Actually starting to look like they are really threatening a reverse sweep here. I mean, look, Cheeseburger, they can do a couple of gimmick pushes. They can speed amp young Sungan over to the side and he can slam a rock into your face. Maybe Zessin can pop on the flank and kill 2 people as well. But there's only so many times that you can get away with that. Now they're going to have to hold it perfectly. 3 minutes of ideal play. No negative trades for the entire time. Otherwise, Zeta Division are just going to be able to walk the card over the line.
Yeah, it must be said, for the type of comp Zeta Division have been playing with the Hazard and with Genji, if they use it, the first point, it's a big open one. It's difficult for their comp, but the fact that they're going to have an opportunity at the Tidal Blast, an opportunity at a nano timing, everything like this, there should be enough opportunities for Zeta Division to with some of these key ultimates just to find that opening.
Sorry, I know I'm supposed to say something, but I was typing in my YouTube chat, so just completely left out to dry there. These things can happen, mate. Welcome back to the club. Oh.
This would never happen if I was casting with ZP.
Exactly, mate. You'd be told about how deadlock's better, and you should quit. Anyhow,
I'm doing it.
Zestin up on the high ground. Love this angle from him. Gonna go for a couple of cheeky bolts early on, see if he can't get something cheesy as he slides around up on the high ground. He gets one, he's out of dashes, he drops away.
Nothing speaking as of yet. Zessin really brought Cheeseburger a bit back to life here on their attack on the Freya after that swap, and they'll need a lot more from Zessin here. You can see already Pelican has got in behind. Argon is going to be trying to keep eyes on that with the help of Zessin. Pelican comes out, bit of damage, forces for recall, and Pelican has been contained for now.
Pelican already contained, but I mean, look, Cheeseburger, they need kills. They need to start snowballing fight wins. Their only opportunity is really going to be when the swings on the coast start happening. Can Faith, can Arden, can Zessin win some duels over on the coast? Proby swings first, but he's going to escape with his life. Burner stepping up in main. Sungun should be good to hold on here. It's going to be really difficult to create that double angle, but look, Blissy's actually taken the side. Pelican's in behind. Cheeseburger have been boxed in, and this is really looking like they're going to lose all the space on the map here. This might be all she wrote, Xavier.
They're piling in from every side. Wu-Chan's going to fall. No main source of healing now, and they are going to get obliterated. And Cheeseburger, they had so much control of the map there, but they just seemed to give it off. Once Pelican got behind, even though he had his recall forced and the threat was minimized, they just seemed to concede all of it, find themselves all stuffed into that room near coast, and all of a sudden, it's just easy. We saw it from Bliss's POV. The Zeta division had full control of the map.
Why are we attacker's advantage tireding? The attacker's advantage didn't pay off here. Grow up. Is Mag just going to be perma-bench now? No, they're going to put him in on map 5 and lose, for sure. For sure.
It is a good question.
What remains in the pool?
How do you get boxed in on the widest map in the game, on the widest part of it? It is a good question.
I mean, Blissy just pulled up on that flank, and his unfettered aura caused everyone to completely collapse. Just run over to the coast. Yeah. Mag map 5 Winston, Pelican hit scan Proby flex.
No.
Get that man a true. Get that man a true right now.
Right, topping up my water. You're in charge, mate.
Oh god, I hate it when he leaves me in charge. I don't want to talk. Can we just stare at each other? Maybe roll up a marbles race? Yeah, that works, right? Marbles is safe. Does anyone want to play with themselves? There's only one place to do it right now. Yo, Anta, man, I went into PGE's chat and they were all hating on you. What the fuck is that about? I don't know, man. I'm not in PGE's chat. IQ Mighty, thanks for the tier 1. Welcome back. Thanks for the 11 months. Hi, Hunter. Have you ever kissed a woman? No, I'm saving myself for marriage. Sager XD, thank you very much for the 3 months. Exclamation mark play. You actually have to type it again. The plays don't work when you use it as a sub message, so don't get left out of the race, Sager. Thank you very much for the 3 months. Appreciate that. Saving yourself for a man? I've already kissed Backbone. I've definitely already kissed a man. That's no issue. They hate Hunter because he's a true Brexit geezer. They probably hate me because Lenny always does the bit about, you know, hating me and doing nothing on SSG and stuff like that. And, you know, the further separated the audience gets from the, the person saying it, the more likely they are to believe the sarcasm and the jokes and all that. So I think that's probably a reasonable take. They hate Hunter because he was the coach of SSG. Yeah, it's probably that. I watch both the guys a lot, but I wouldn't think anyone would take that seriously. I mean, you'd really be surprised. I think, you know, you need to be like a certain degree of engaged to kind of get the in-jokes, you know? Otherwise, how would you know? Hunter, can you watch the real game happening right now? Is there a Face Up Masters game happening right now? Swaggy, is Undesirables playing again or something? Putting in the work, Emergence. Finish myself. I still don't know if you being fired was a bit. Yeah, that was a bit. I quit. Dry Otter, congratulations. You've won absolutely nothing. Have you ever committed tax fraud or felt the need for some creative accounting? No. Stop the sadness. Looking into this. Lenny also said that it wasn't your fault that people don't listen. Yeah, I mean, people linked in my Discord, you know, a clip of Lenny being like, you know, Under was not the problem, you know, but like, you know, what can you say? Thoughts on this? I'm just not even remotely interested in commenting on that, Rob. Like, it feels like there's no upshot to taking a stance on that on my OWCS co-stream.
I'm back.
Welcome back. You wanna roll one up? Not in the Seth Rogen way, obviously. What's the score? PG67 has said hello, Hunter and friends, as a first time message. Welcome to the chat. PG67.
I don't know, I just need to respond to a few things. What do I think of the Nations Cup? Don't know. It'll be the decision is because Blizzard haven't been announced as part of it, so the question is just, do Blizzard palm off their World Cup responsibilities at BlizzCon and give it to this new Nations Cup thing?
ENC.
Yeah, or do they just, or are they just going to run 2 tournaments?
Well, I thought it was a little odd that they didn't announce any partnership with Blizzard in the initial announcement, to be honest. Like, they announced a couple of developers that they were partnering with, but they didn't mention Blizzard in it. Like, I feel like I'd be quite surprised if Overwatch wasn't there, because I feel like Overwatch is, you know, like,
Saudi Arabia won the last
exactly.
World Cup,
like,
so I feel like they tried
like
really
Overwatch.
hard.
Yeah, but it's interesting to see that there was no announcement of the partnership there, and I wonder if it's because Blizzard wants to hang on to the Overwatch World Cup thing, and they don't want to participate as a result of that. And it just feels weird because the whole esports circuit is like really tied in with it, so it's hard to know. I saw a stat that said it was 10th out of 20-something games viewership-wise at OWC. It's not great, not terrible, I guess. Like, I don't know, like, it's hard to, yeah. Farmer's back in. Sungen's dead. Playboy's in the race. We start that. 10 seconds for this race.
Biggest issue is that it's announced for November, the same month as DreamHack. Yeah, it's all very to be determined. I'd wager as well. Now, all of this stuff is all currently under negotiation as well. But next, you know, in terms of what Overwatch Esports looks like in 2026, and everything will be done with everything else in mind. Well, thank you, Wilder, for the 18 months.
The skip did nothing wrong.
I just feel like Overwatch is really popular in Saudi Arabia. Like, it's like one of their favorite games because of their World Cup performance. Got like very high visibility pros. Can like get a speed boost for being hot? I mean, that's the people's choice whether or not they want to boost people. It's the people who truly deserve it that get boosted. When is the next Overwatch World Cup? That's an excellent question. The ACAB sneak from Xavier is not what I expected to hear today. Like, that's wow. The next Overwatch World Cup, I think they announced it to be in like BlizzCon next year. Or maybe they just announced that BlizzCon is going to be next year.
They announced BlizzCon is back. I don't know if the World Cup is actually confirmed. I imagine, like, yeah, all of these things are being figured out at the same time. Thank you. I'm going to say this wrong. The Balm for the 2 months.
That's Jazz.
I always forget what
You won.
in Arabic, you know, if they use the 7, what letter does the 7 represent?
I don't know. A? Is it A?
H?
Instead of the
Oh,
letter
so
A?
yeah, so it is just the Balm. Okay, yeah. It's a hard H? Okay.
What's going on here with these marbles? Not these marbles. Hazard ban from Cheeseburger. Rig ban from Zeta. Zeta just couldn't think of an impactful ban, apparently, and Cheeseburger have decided to allow Tracer Genji to be played for the final map. So, that is a McDonald's double quarter pounder. I ordered one of those yesterday. Like, that is a picture-perfect McDonald's double quarter pounder.
You can't start your 2-month streaming bonanza with McDonald's in the first week.
I actually think I'm going to die. Like, I'm just not eating. I had a slop bowl when I went live. What? I should go to my grandmother's house and get the meals that she cooks.
Almost certainly. What? You know when people do like the subathons of a stream, or like, I'm streaming every day for X, you should start doing that so you have like a 3 out of 60 or whatever it is.
And every day...
In your stream title.
Yeah?
Yeah, well,
I should be
you are
counting
going to be
it, so I'm
streaming
like,
every day. Yeah, aren't you? No? Like Monday.
Yeah, I'm 5 out of 60 right now. This is day
You're 5 out of 60. Yeah.
Yeah.
You put out
Going
the
to your
stream
grandmother's
title.
house at 4 a.m. No, I'm not counting that shit. I don't want to know. I think it's best I don't know. I think it'll make it more oppressive if I know. I'd rather just get lost in the slop of it all. Guys, do you think Cheeseburger likes Lucio comps because they're a fast food? Oh, heavens. Oh, heavens. Are you a father? Like, you're born telling dad jokes. But no, I think the theory with the grandmother's house meals would be take the meals, bring them home, because she cooks enough food to feed 5 people, but it's only me and her, and then microwave it or heat it up in a pan. Lenny had significantly better results in Overwatch when he door dashed every day. Maybe this is what Hunter needs, let me know. No, you cannot, FPS Primrose. Haven't had McDonald's in years because they... Like yesterday, as soon as you get to a certain view count... stop asking if you can hit. Stop asking if you can hit. None of you can hit. Yeah.
All right. Eichenwald. Brig ban, which feels remarkably inconsequential. The hazard ban from Cheeseburger. Wait, these are the wrong way around, surely. I wasn't paying attention to the bans. I was typing. The team names are definitely the wrong way round. I tell you that much for free. Are the bans the wrong way round as well?
Who's to say, really?
Was any... Surely, between us all, somebody was paying attention, right? Somebody here?
No, I got nothing for you.
The bans are right, so it was a hazard ban. So obviously, I guess they did get kind of bodied on the hazard on Atlas. So now they're going to play Junker Queen, which people were eyeing up maybe a bit of a Junker Queen meta after a bit of it in Japan and Pacific. But it's going to be Diva from Bernard here, and Dodo is in a one-way trip down there. Optimistic dash onto the Pharah.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was all right until Burner gave him a little tap, a little love tap from behind, forced him in, puts him in a position where he is just stuck out of dodge. Farmer on the Junker Queen here. I mean, we're going to need a whole lot of carry power, but this is a big open map. It's going to be quite difficult for Farmer to close the gap. And already, I mean, you can see Alfie is just controlling the choke. It's Alfie on Farah, Pelican on Tracer. I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like Alfie's got the better Tracer, but he was getting cooked on that one, so who's to say, really? TP soon to be forced from Finn. Pinch from Dodo. He's all over Blissey, but damage is being distributed across all targets, so he can't quite get it done. Tick conceded, though. Maybe a second? No.
And they get back in time. They do demech Bernardo. He's going to... they kill the baby, which in many ways actually might be better for Zeta Division here, so they can just speed get Bernard back from spawn. Will mean there's a chance for Cheeseburger to maybe get a little bit of space on this first point, get through that initial choke. But right now, huge problems dealing with and marking Alpha Yi. It's Dodo who's trying to take responsibility for it, but is far from a straightforward duel for him.
Very far from straightforward. Alfie, I mean, up on the top rope, he is making this rotation hell for the side of Cheeseburger. They're so far away from so many ultimates. Pelican comes in for the pinch. He has his recall force, but Cheeseburger, they're so low. Barrage comes out from Alfie. Yes. He's knifed, but they can't finish the kill. He takes the moving barrage perk. He will survive that one. Dodo's going to catch Blissey! And Cheeseburger have an advantage.
Dodo, it looked like there was maybe a bit of a knife to set that one up. Finn is going to Kitsune Rush to try and turn it. Bernard finds one. There's a weak Genji in front of him as well. Two for Bernard. Now on to Lucio, looking for a third. Faith gets away just in time. Pelican though finds a kill, and the Kitsune Rush, it turns it. Bernard saves her first point with a bit of help from Finn.
Two from Dodo, still not enough to prevent Burner from having his way with the Cheeseburger roster. I thought Mag was going to be the kind of guy that came into the server hungry today, but apparently Burner's the only man interested in eating up this roster. Argon with a pulse bomb in the back pocket. Wu-Chan with the Kitsune Rush. Blissey very slow on this beat drop after that death, but still Cheeseburger, their time bank is dwindling. A minute and a half remains. Dodo sneaking in on the flank right now. Pelican comes to mark him, but no conversion.
Yeah, it seems to just miss Cheeseburger on that rotation. Argon's going to connect the pulse ball into Bliss, and that's going to be no beat coming. Finn is now 1 HP as well. The point is getting forced during all of this as well. Zeta Division trying to stabilize. They're all out on second. Bernard's going to go over the top. Has for self-destruct to extend his touch a little bit more. He's going to have to invest it now, though. Argon's still looking to clean up these threats behind. Bernard will get back into the mech as well. And he's killed Farmer. How on earth has he managed this? Blade over the top from Dodo. Finds one, looking for Finn. TP away. Nothing else to slash at. Goes for Alpha Yi, but he avoids it as well. Finn now duking it out, but Dodo half HP, and it's all falling apart for Cheeseburger.
Blissey's back just to die to that blade again. Faith still has the beat drop available, but he's being hounded and he can't get it off. Blissey's been first pick 3 times in a row, but it's still not enough. Farmer dying to that bomb could cost them this entire series right now. Dodo inside. Farmer scrapping it out on the point. He needs more.
Rampage!
Slash comes out. Rampage comes out. Blissey's antied and he's not cleansed. He's so very low. Blissey pops the B, but it doesn't save Finn. Farmer trades 1 for 1, though, as Dodo has gone down. So it's a 4 versus 4. Fate speed is on the point. Burner cannot get back in the suit. Can Blissey catch a break?
Oh, there's not a single break coming for Blissey here. Eventually gets that beat off. Lucky to not go down during all of that. We'll finish off Alfie late, and Cheeseburger eventually crack open first point. But it might only get harder for here, because for Junker Queen on second, difficult. What do you're going to have to try and do some of these aggressive rotations through Castle to try and clear that high ground, and Bernard's actually made the swap to Orisa against this.
Oh, heavens. Burner to the Orisa. Dodo, once again, first pick feeding. He did this on first point. He's doing it on second. This has been a consistent trend with Cheeseburger. They cap a point. They need a breather. They need to throw a fight to no ultimates whatsoever. Cheeseburger, they're playing underneath, and I mean, this is going to be the hardest part of the map for them to deal with. Farmer's actually going to make the swap over to the Winston. I really like this swap. Winston is very playable against Tracer Farah, much easier than going up against something like the Freya. Really possible here. And on second point, huge high ground that you can ping pong between. Argon goes for the pulse bomb, does not connect this time around. Dodo has to dash up top. Alfie is coming to contest, but Wu-Chan's already been caught by Burner on the low ground, so Cheeseburger, no primary source of healing. This is going to be tough for them.
Seen this in a lot of situations where Wu-Chan has a hard time connecting with the rest of the team. Alfie will go down. Farmer finishes that one with the right click, so maybe a chance for Cheeseburger to keep scrapping this one out, even without their Kiriko, because Wu-Chan should be back soon. Bubble inside to clear some space, and this payload is moving. It's Zeta Division who have to regroup.
Congratulations, Nuclear. You are now a moderator. One Skyrim stream is all it took. Now, Cheeseburger, they are so down on ultimates. They've got the Kitsune Rush only, but they need to break open this hold, and it's so difficult. They are continuing to push the cart right now, though. Faith gets picked while they keep stealing this cart away. High ground push for Dodo. He wants to catch Blissey. He can't quite get it done. Farmer jumps up, but he's jumping into the wrong place. Wu-Chan and Farmer both going to fall here. So tough. I mean, you should probably just cancel that pred, right? You know, doing preds halfway through the map seems like a little bit of nonsense, but you know what, they're even, so not much is being redistributed.
Zeta Vision now in a strong position ult-wise, both DPS ults, going to have a Terror Surge as well, and as we've got to this sort of back, or further back part of second point, Burner can very much place an anchor for payload in a lot of these situations, and just for let the rest of these team contest the high ground. They're trying to get through underneath. Faith is booped out again, lots of pressure, Terror Surge pulls him back in, Burner finishes the job, turns his attention to Wu-Chan as well, Pelican finishes off Farmer, one trade coming out, it's Bliss, who would have guessed, but Blade finds nothing, and Dodo's going to be forced to reset here.
This is very difficult now for Cheeseburger. They're so low on time. Dodo, he couldn't get out. He didn't want to reset with the death, and now they are hunting for him. You can see he's taking all the damage in the world now. He might just be going down here. He's got no deflect. Can't get the melee in for the reset. Point touch secured by Farmer. Wu-Chan still has this rush. Faith on the run. He's hiding inside. Now, this Kitsune Rush on the objective. It might actually be quite difficult for Zeta Division to push this until they have that beat online. Dodo's coming back on the Echo. Pulse lands on Burner. He's actually very low. The Suzu timing was missed by Finn. Cart's being stolen very far. Faith is 90% on the beat. There's a real window of opportunity here. Dodo's back on the Echo. If he can catch some stickies onto Alpha, he can carry this game. Finn is going to pop the Kitsune Rush, but still the car keeps on rolling. It's a 1-for-1 trade, Zav.
Faith nearly has beat now. He's going to drop the beat as well. Catches all four remaining players. Bliss is going to match the beat as well. Barrage still available. Farmer in his sights 94%. Doesn't get a primal in time. Alfie lives the entire barrage as well. Now he's cleaning it up. Just a Lucio Tracer on point. Faith and Argon, they have to do it all, but they have to deal with a full-pocketed Alfie, and they just cannot. Zeta Division get the hold.
Alfie really willing his team over the line there. Unbelievable stuff. He comes in with the barrage. He pops it. Takes down Farmer, who was so close to that primal rage. Really could have been the difference maker, but unfortunately Dodo, I mean, he caught the Tracer, but he was not able to catch the Farah out of the sky. And ultimately Alfie just comes up trumps. Hits absolutely everything when it counts. 1-for-1 exchange. Not good enough, Dodo. So really so close. Little boy CE.
Thank you, Eltar91, for the 11 months prime. Yeah, it feels like,
a rough day at the Cracker Factory for the young man.
Yeah. But it might still be a successful day at the Cracker Factory now. That's a pretty good hold on Iconwold, and Zeta Division now in control of this reverse sweep.
It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. Really a reasonable opportunity here. Cheeseburger, they can get it done. Farmer starting the defense on the Winston, though. Not sure how I feel about that. Think Winston, first point D, very ambitious. Nothing stopping Zeta Division from making all of the requisite swaps to make Farmer's life hell. Come on, mate. You can do better than this. You're better than this. How hard can Blissey throw? If Blissey can give it away for 4 full minutes, maybe, just maybe, Cheeseburger can make this work. Maybe they can stay the Winston, give up first point, and then just hold second, because Blissey can't rotate out in the open for 8 minutes. You're so cozy. I'm a comfort streamer, drops enabled, Oren.
Grapple shot from Pelican. Opportunity hits it onto Wu-Chan as well. Disaster start. Can't be having that happen. They needed a good hold. They needed some time off the clock on first point. And already Dodo has had his cooldowns forced, and Bernard is keen, looking for more. Zeta Division did have to do a couple of swaps. Nearest Pelican has now come back on Reaper in all of this. But the chase is on. Dodo in the corner. And this is looking like a very straightforward first point for Zeta.
You can't because you betted. I will fix those preds. Instant first point cap coming out from Cheeseburger. You hate, or rather from Zeta Division, the big reaps as well. I do think that, you know, maybe on second point, this Winston has some legs, but it is so tough losing first point like that. I mean, we've got to draw in quarter Wu-Chan, I'm afraid. You can't be dying to that Widow shot.
Junker Queen swap now for Farmer will match up a little bit more nicely. But again, we're on second point, so lots of verticality. Chance for Bernard to go from forcing point to aggressing on the high ground, where Farmer can't really do the same. They're trying to retake top for now, but the Reaper in behind has forced a lot of cooldowns out. The backline's taken some pressure, but importantly, no kills. Actually, Finn who dies first to Argon, who's on the run behind, but drop in, the knife is good. Bliss is getting pulled back into the danger zone, finished off, and Cheeseburger, they have the stabilization.
Farmer's right back onto it. Both supports for Zeta Division letting down the side. Argon goes for a pulse, goes wide, but Pelican will be cleaned up in the end. Zeta Division now not sure whether there's going to be any swaps on the horizon. Perhaps Pelican will swap off the big reaps, or maybe he wants to stick it for 80% of a Death Blossom. Who's to say? Alfie underneath on the Mega Health Pack, looking for value. Already we've got Burner trying to contest Dodo up on the high ground, but his rockets go wide. Farmer's just going to keep on holding this corner, though. He really wants to block the cart here, play the close angles where he can get those axes off. So much pressure on a Wu-Chan early on. Suzu's already out. Farmer's already used the shout as well. This might just be an instant neutral loss here for the side of Cheeseburger, but Blissy's dead again.
Argon's found a kill, and Wu-Chan's TP'd into the back, actually, so they're making this messy. Burno's had to use for self-destruct to get back in. Dodo's still lurking around main. Choice for Cheeseburger if they just play for trades or if they try and reset. They've still got these players deep behind as Alfie is trying to clean up the danger. Wu-Chan's low.
Wu-Chan is very low. He is going to escape up onto the high ground. It's important for Cheeseburger that they get back down onto the cart, though. It's pushing so fast. They need to make 2 fights out of this. Can't just leave it to be 1. Fast speed push comes out from Faith. They want these kills. Pelican's going to pop the Death Blossom in an attempt to stay alive. Blade from Dodo can't finish the kill because the Blossom has already expired. It went quick inside of that Kitsune Rush. A second Suzu comes out as well. Blissy's 92% on the beat drop at this point. Farmer's got the Rampage. He hits it. It lands on Burner. Blissy goes down 95% to beat. Take the mick. Even trades here. Now a 1-player advantage for Zeta Division. The presence of mind of Bliss to repeatedly die so that he can save beat for the final turn. You'll love to see it from such a veteran player.
Coming up to potentially last fight here, Zeta Division with beat advantage now for the push. Farmer going back onto the Winston. Going to be hard. Oh no, he's just doing it to get back fast from spawn. He will be coming out with the Junker Queen. Argon really needs to hit this pulse bomb. Zeta Division have all the tools. They are holding this high ground, trying to come through the low ground now. Farmer pokes it out, spots Pelican. Bliss still with this bleed available. Trying to come through. Alfie has a pulse. Nares the beat, catches all 5 members. Pressure now onto the backline. Dodo has died already. Alfie's going to throw out the pulse bomb. Suzu prevents any damage coming through. Alfie is low if they can find the trade, but it's Pelican free in the back, and Zeta Division, with time to spare in the end, complete the reverse sweep. Criminal reverse sweep there from Zeta Division. Ultimately, I mean, it's the result that we all expected at the beginning of the day. All they had to do was play the correct roster for 2 out of the 3 maps. Who would have thought that if you put Mag in the lineup, you put him on Winston and Wrecking Ball, he might lose? Who would have thought? But here we are now. The Zeta Division, they complete the reverse sweep. Blissy had an absolute stinker. Yeah, genuinely a horrific debut series here in OWCS Korea. The Ajax's his first beat of the tournament. And every map thereafter, just chain dead. His best map was probably when he was playing Wu Yang. Yeah. On Junkertown of all things, but every time he was on his signature hero, he's playing Lucio v Lucio versus Faith, someone that's like, you know, pushing 40. He's getting gapped on beat, he's getting lapped on beat, he's Ajaxing, he's leaving Alfie for dead on the side. Yeah. A very rough opening performance from young Blissy. Hopefully it's just a case of, you know, some hometown nerves and he can dial that in. Yeah, I mean, I was doing a brief power rankings at the start of a stream, and I thought what I think happens in Korea a lot is there's a lot of good DPS players, a lot of great tank players, but the support line, once you get between like the mid-tier and the elite, is the difference maker. When you look at the Chio Fielder backlines, the Shu Churong backlines, even start maybe throwing Vigilante and Skewed into that category as well, all of a sudden, Finn and Bliss just don't feel like they're up to that same standard, and to be fair, I think Finn was mostly fine, but it's really not a convincing debut for Bliss.
Yeah, I think Finn has looked totally fine, but yeah, Blissy had a real rough one. I think like Skewed looks head and shoulders a better support player than Bliss for that role right now. Just way more flexibility and a really serviceable Lucio too. I mean, if Blissy's biggest strength is the fact that he's going to be on Lucio and he's going to play the maps like that on Lucio, I mean, there's really like we need to see some redeeming qualities here. We need to see it turned around. Pobsterino with a first-time chat says you can't flame Mag for this one. He only played his warm-up game. Watch me, mate. Watch me. Exclamation mark. Play in the chat. We are rolling one up out of respect for Seth Rogen.
Thanks, Seth.
Thank you, Seth.
I feel like we get slightly worse at it every time as well.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, when I was really laughing, it came really natural. But this one was, like, awful. This one just had no heart.
I have to think about it.
Watch Emergence. Playing? Good. Can I please win this time? Maybe, Paso. Maybe.
Should have put Mag on Diva. Now you're thinking.
Now you're thinking like crusty.
네, 오늘의 첫 번째 경기 승리팀 제타 디비전의 승리 선수 베르나르 선수 인터뷰 진행해 보도록
Can you translate this one?
He's probably just going to make a few heavy comments, as is Zeta Division tradition, and then take all the credit himself.
Good. Alright, I'll be right back. Enjoy the Emergence POV. Let's get some boosts for Emergence. We've been boosting Bunnikins so much. Emergence is constantly boosting, finishing, everything for Bunnikins. Let's see if we can repay some of that love back to Emergence now. Season.
아쉽긴 하지만 또 더 보완할 점들을 알 수 있었던 경기라고 생각을 하고 네, 다음에 더 잘 준비하도록 하겠습니다.
네, 오늘 치즈버거 팀에게 처음 2점 내어주면서 승리를 뺏기나 했었는데 바로 아틀리스부터 무서울 정도로 빠르게 되찾는 제타 디비전의 감을 보여줬어요. 오늘 전반적으로 경기 흐름 어땠을까요?
일단 뭔가 저희가 준비했던 게 좀 잘 안 됐어 가지고 그냥
Sorry, I was reading something. What's my UK 2026 roster? Everyone's favourite question. The Theory Craft. Yeah, not Kanail. Yeah, I think that's a fair shout. Fair shout. So obvious choices. Insta-locks are going to be Astro, Kai, Backbone, I think Insta-lock as well. Tread, I think has to be Insta-lock. Oh, Wimone. Yeah, Wimone as well. You take Wimone and Backbone. They complement each other quite nicely in terms of hero strengths. Backbone can even play a bit of hit scan if we ever like a rare double hit scan opportunity. The flex support is the big one. Jaikaru, he doesn't play. Kai is UK. Yeah, Kai lives near me. Kiwi. Yeah, I thought Kiwi. Tekuno is obviously in the question as well. Or in the discussion as well. But I feel like Tekuno, maybe someone, I've not followed it closely. But very much, it kind of feels like in and out of terms of playing full time. So I think Kiwi probably feels like it. Golden Pants is a good shout. Yeah, a Golden Pants and Tread. A tank lineup. That seems best. Just need to get landed a big, beautiful blue passport. I mean, yeah. Golden Pants isn't French. Everyone really struggling to know the nationality of people, which is step one of it all. Can get Chris to coach? Yeah, I mean, it depends. Obviously, we don't know the rules, setup, blah, 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 format. But the obvious plan for Team UK in terms of staff is you get Chris as the coach. And then if they have like a social media position or a content position or a general manager, you would get like Taz as the general manager again. And then Chrissy as coach. And then I would sneak my way in there as the content creator. And then we get some sort of content creator coach combo for the price of one. I'm a twofer, as they say. Cheers, Soph. Yeah, backers would play. I feel like it would, it would be the exact same. It would be the classic setup where Backbone would be in for the Sim May-esque heroes, and then Wimone would be the Tracer Genji type guy. Adventure. There's a World Cup. There's nothing official. BlizzCon's been announced for next year. A Nations Cup has been announced for next year. So you kind of have to figure, one way or another, there's going to be some form of country versus country competition.
Up again? Is Xavier here or is he left you to your own devices, kids? Oh, hello.
I was doing the classic who should be on Team UK.
Oh god. That monthly segment. Smex, obviously, for the culture.
There's a world where we just take Golden Pants and Smex, and we just kill Tread again.
Kill Tread. Probably bring JK back as well in case there's a Winston or maybe even
just
a
being
Sigma
free
meta.
sacked. Honestly, what a great experience it would be. One of the nicest things about the 2018 World Cup was you had the boys in terms of like, you know, like the Cruz, Hayes, Boom, Kib type crowd. And then you had Kai as like the young guy being indoctrinated into the system. So I feel like you could set up the same thing if you got like Smex, JK, and then Golden Pants as well of like, here you go.
What comes next?
It's a big one next.
Korea, right?
Oh
it's
yeah, we got
Crazy Raccoon Falcons game, right? We've got Spint and all. This is the game that people are here for, I think.
Yep.
I should move the marbles so people can see what's up next.
Yep. 9-minute break, and then we'll get walkouts and stuff, so we're probably closer to actually like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think we have like three ad breaks ahead of us at least. I think in ad breaks. That's my metric of time measurement.
I was here to watch the mag play. Were you, Kaneo? That's probably the first time you've seen Mag play Winston.
Oh. Yeah. Did it bring you joy to see him losing on Winston and Ball just as he lost on Diva? I guess I could start the marbles race. I guess I could press the button.
A gulp from Kaneo.
Thank you for the window of the game to delete the face of Proper and Mirror. Yeah, I'm trying to erase them.
No comments. That's fair, Kaneo. Keep your secrets.
That's a comment. No comment is a comment in this situation.
What team is
cheesing right now?
Mer is they had a name before, but it's a relatively it's a lot of new players and MCD as the wide old man.
Project launching again. My calendar is weird.
There's no wisdom in that guy, but he is wide.
Did I say wide? I meant wisdom.
Yeah.
Ruler's there as well. Maybe that's the name you mentioned. New Era, that's the team I'm thinking of. Thank you. Thank you, No Idea, as well for the tier 1. 18 months. Sometime next week, probably No Idea. Guys, we're 1 like short of 100 likes on the YouTube stream. Surely somebody has a like to spare. What happens to Overwatch
Did
Pro?
die? Oh, sorry, you go.
I was going to say, the question was, what happens to ex-pros? Do they just get regular jobs, carpet salesman, white-collar fraud? Yeah, just regular jobs, really, you know? Like,
I didn't know that getting turned into glue at the knackery counted as a regular job, but they actually go to where they take the old retired racehorses.
Glue is a hard-working profession.
Exactly right. I'm a glue man. I'm
Nice
asked, did Lip die? Lip did not die, but I believe he is taking a 2-week break.
Yes,
so
he'll be back for week 3. Yeah, the problem for Crazy Raccoon is the way the schedule has fallen is it does mean Lip is going to be missing for the Falcons game, the Onside Gaming game, which is fine, but also the T1 game. So potentially Crazy Raccoon's 2 toughest games is going to be without Lip.
I hadn't even thought about this until just now, but what are the chances that Lip comes back with a new face? Like he does a sparkle.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No. I've seen him recently and he same face.
Oh, okay. All right, same face. I thought it would be good if he did the
it would be class,
the whole tech, yeah. He comes back. Not really Sparkle came back with a new face. Sparkle was out of the game for a while, and when he came back, he was not the Sparkle I knew when he was young. Like,
it was unfortunately a new face, but same hands problem for Sparkle.
Yeah, it was a real coming of age story.
Oh yeah, they have Way as well actually. Yeah, Crazy Raccoon play Way on Sunday, so they actually have Way, Falcons, and T1, all without.
Jeez,
all without
big
Lip.
opening weeks.
I mean, in many, I was thinking about this before, and there's actually, because Spint right now is kind of on like the dream trajectory, right? You play for a low OWCS team, and then your phone rings. Moon is on the other line. We need you to join Crazy Raccoon. But
No, KS Pro.
what a debut! What a debut you get.
It's a baptism by fire, Xavier. That's all.
You know what is a fortunate break though?
Proton...
If it is double flex DPS, as has been alluded to and maybe suggested a bit by that opening game, a Spin and Heesang maybe it actually lines up a bit for Crazy Raccoon.
Actually, it's a good Tracy Genji lineup. For sure.
And Falcons don't have Stalker, so it's Merit.
Merit
in a
Tracer.
fateful situation, what does he do?
I mean, he used to do a great job playing Tracer to Sugar Free Sombra back in the day. It was only every Ilias they would always lose all the time. KS Proton, he didn't grow up and have a new face. He got cosmetic surgery to get a new face. Yeah, it wasn't a coming of age story in like the I don't know, dazed and confused sense. Like this was the substance or something.
Yeah, not puberty based, paid based.
Yeah, pay to win, coming of age. 30 seconds on the race. Let's roll some up, okay?
Will I cast Stage 3 China 2? Not really, no, just because it will be on at the same time as Korea, so we'll give Korean preferential treatment. Oh, wait, maybe do I still have time to play?
I don't think we're talking about his braces. I guess braces are a component. 30 seconds.
Braces for his cheeks.
Yeah, I mean, they can change your jaw structure.
Sparkle Dead Set got cosmetic surgery? Yeah, it's really, I forget the numbers, maybe you remember Max, but Korea has like the highest density of cosmetic surgery per population. I don't know what the right term is, but yeah.
It's like more than 50% of like young adults get cosmetic surgery.
Yeah, it's like the highest percentage in the world, like compared to population.
Yeah, the highest rate per capita of cosmetic surgery in the entire world.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, yeah.
You want to be Korean? Unfortunately, fair, but you're Russian. So, you know what? Swing and a miss.
Thanks for the first... Nathan with the first time. Is it true that British people call chips crisps? Yeah, you'd get like a bag of crisps, but you'd order a side of chips with a cheeseburger, for example.
Even guys get surgery? Yes.
Yeah, in fact...
It's a very, very surgery. Oh my god, look at this. There's a cum zone on this map. Are you seeing this, Xavier?
A cum zone?
Everyone has to roll through the cum.
Oh no!
Looking at the ad. It's alright. There's so much cum on this map. You won't miss it.
Oh, there's so many cum zones. This has been plastered. This is
actually somebody blew rope all over this map. This is insane.
They have been looking at all those sexy Zeta division players, and they just couldn't help themselves.
Oh, goodness gracious! Exclamation mark! Eat my way through. Oh heavens! Wait, I'm getting an ad on the fucking OWCS stream. No, I hate these things.
Oh, new monitor? Oh, you can set the monitor at different heights?
What? A monitor with a stand? That you want to remove to replace with an arm? No. Did somebody say add green button time? It just ended.
Wait, I'll play an ad right now. So if you're looking to ad hop and keep getting products served to you, come over to my stream right now, just in time for this ad.
Nice. I'm gonna tab for an ad right now. Oh, me throat.
How did Mag lose to a cheeseburger? It's a good question.
Can we get some subs going for Xavier as well, please?
Whoa! Thank you, Max, for the 18 months.
Oh, my nose. can't do this much longer.
Comments for great
Messaging my mother on
equalizer.
Facebook.
A well-known equalizer. Add Max in. Good on your handstand. Who is Hunter? He's the other guy you can hear.
They've got me muted intentionally, so they thought you've been solo casting this whole time.
Maybe they thought I was doing both roles and I was just doing a voice.
You just have like a really, really good vocal range.
Yeah. It also makes the Seth Rogen bit like a real borderline psychosis as I do it.
Oh, nice one, Cat. First nuclear win, now you win. Unbelievable. You too.
Or Falcons having a little walkout. Wait, who's late? Who's at the back?
Oh. Oh my God, Merritt. Sleepy Merritt lagging behind.
Classic hit scan brain situation.
Typical.
Hambin is walking off stage as well as someone takes his seat.
I mean, someone earned a permanent place on the roster, right? One EWC. Hitting the... It's going to be a real problem, actually, for this team. This team is, like, right back to being fucked. Like,